Live from the Toad Hop Network studios
in Hollywood, this is the ToadHopNetwork.com.
A place of our own without a lot of parents bearing down our backs.
Radio worth watching.
Hello, Schmoeville. That's right. It's the Schmoes Know Podcast. Christian Harloff here. My good buddy Mark Ellis is doing comedy in Denver. Not here right now, but I got a whole crew with me. Very excited for the crew that I have. As always, the lovely co-host, Tiffany Smith of Stacked fame.
Yes. Hello.
Oh, look at you with all sexiness today. How are you?
I'm good.
You run into Tony Stark last night and you turned all sexy.
I did. I ran
it.
into Tony Stark. Got to talk to Jon Favreau, which was like the highlight for me.
Well, we're going to talk about that in a little bit, too. But, you guys, if you watched last week, and if you're a regular listener of the Schmoes Know Podcast, then you know that our co-host, taking Mark Ellis' spot today, is a Schmoeville favorite, our good buddy, producer over at Silver Pictures, Ethan Erwin joined Schmoeville. Round of applause for Ethan.
What up, everybody?
What's up, dude? How are you, man?
I'm good.
You ready to rock?
You look so dapper.
He is dapper.
I literally came straight from the office.
See, now that you're a co-host and not a guest, I'm going to tell you, stick your face in that camera, in the mic so they can hear you.
Get up
Very
on that.
well.
See, now that he's a guest, we can kind of, I mean, now he's not a guest,
you
we
can
can
be
bully
mean
him.
to him.
Yeah, there you go.
Perfect.
doing
I've
it.
got it.
You got
Welcome
it.
to my life.
This is like a Leslie Nielsen movie. Just
And coming in with the porn mustache, producer Ken Napzok. How are you?
Did you just say good to my porn mustache?
To him saying the porn mustache and the fact that you have a porn mustache.
Would you rather me have said it? Oh, you got your porn mustache. Oh, I like it.
I mean, that suits the porn mustache more, but it's even grosser because then it feels like you are really into
it.
Mustache.
Yeah, give me.
I think it's very fetching.
Thank you.
It is.
It's
it
my
works.
cowboy look.
Yeah.
It really doesn't look creepy at all, especially when you have Battle Cat and Garfield on your.
I feel like you're just going to break into like YMCA at any moment.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right. So we're going.
Can we just do a test? Just have you go hang out by an elementary school and see what happens?
On my
just
way
like
now.
half an hour.
You got arrested before you even showed up.
Shoesy, can I borrow your van?
Schmoeville, it is going to be a fun show tonight. Where there's a lot of cool stuff going on because Kenny's back with the news. He's back from Vegas. He's not Vegas Kenny anymore. He's actually Kenny, which is great.
I'd like to apologize for my mood last week.
I loved it. It was great. Did you see we put up the summer movie preview on the YouTube channel, and for the cutaway picture, I put that Superman picture of him getting wasted in Superman 3. It really fits your mood for that podcast. But Ethan's here with us for the whole 2 hours, and we're going to be talking about movie news, and it'd be great to have Ethan's perspective on some of these stories too, because Ethan's on the inside, guys. Ethan, like we know kind of what the hell we're talking about sometimes, but Ethan knows.
You do okay.
But you know what's going on because you hear the inside deals. I don't know how much we'll actually get out of you, but we'll try.
I'll say what I can.
You say what you can, and he's a super smart guy. Even if he was in the room, I'd say it. But we're going to talk about news stories. Ken's back with the news. That's really cool.
He's got his little clipboard and everything.
Yeah,
so
8:30 to 9. Our own Mark Reilly around Facty McFacterson was at CinemaCon last weekend, and he got an interview with Joseph Gordon-Levitt, which we're going to play. He also there's also a guest interview that we're going to get that Schmoeville can guess who that was. But
very exciting.
But I want to hear who else his whole experience there was really cool. So we're going to talk to him from 8:30 to 9, all about that and the whole experience. 9 to 9:30, actress Stella Maeve is going to come on from Golden Boy, who we'll talk to her about what she's been doing. And then 9:30 to 10, it is the second round of the Celebrity Impression Contest, and I cannot wait to do that. It's going to be a lot of fun. But this week, Schmoeville gets to play along, and they'll be assigned to every one of us, and whoever wins, whoever Stella decides at the very end, the Schmoeville contestant will win a free Ript Apparel shirt from Ript. Yeah, so it's really cool. But
not bad.
Without any further ado, let's get to the news.
Let's do it.
I'm Ken Napzok, and these are your Schmoes Know headlines brought to you by Imperial Beer. Let's face it, we live in an age where rumors count as headlines, right, CNN? And over the last 2 weeks, the juiciest of rumors have revolved around who will be directing the upcoming, allegedly, Justice League film. Last week, the hot pick to click was Man of Steel and Batman scribe David S. Goyer, with rumors touting that he could be writing and or directing the Warner Brothers project. That came to us from AMC Movie Talk host John Capia, who claimed that 2 industry insiders contacted him with this information. At the time, he stressed that this was just a rumor, not a scoop, but he reported it anyway. Now this week, word came that Zack Snyder would be the one to direct the Justice League film if and only if Man of Steel did good at the box office. This came from Snyder himself in a story for Empire magazine. Sorta. Snyder was vague himself, but the story now has legs. Look, if we're doing it this way, then there's also rumor that I'm going to write the 5th Indiana Jones movie titled Indiana Jones and the Bingo Game of Dread. Harrison Ford is rumored to already be signed on, and Chris Stuckman will be directing. This, according to my source, my diary from the 6th grade. More superhero news, because that's the only thing that works in this godforsaken town. Joss Whedon has teased the appearance of Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch in the upcoming sequel to Avengers, perfectly titled Avengers 2. This coming in an interview with the director, in which he also admitted to feeling a little pressure after seeing what Shane Black did with Iron Man 3. And for those not familiar with who the Scarlet Witch is, just find the most mentally unstable hot chick at a comic convention, and that's the character she's cosplaying. With Game of Thrones now the most popular TV show in the history of the world, Charles in charge, HBO is looking to expand their control of your DVR. Word is that they will be teaming up with Pacific Rim director Guillermo del Toro on a potential series based on the 18-volume manga Monster by Naoki Urasawa. This series is about a young doctor searching for a 12-year-old boy who also happens to be an evil sociopath. Del Toro will direct the pilot. Hollywood Life is reporting that Jennifer Lawrence is currently the top choice to play Anastasia Steele in the film adaptation of 50 Shades of Grey, which is being directed by Gus Van Sant. What bet did he lose?
Wow.
In a related story, Jennifer Lawrence is also my top choice for the woman I'd most like to disappoint sexually. No word from her people on either story. News left over from last week, Universal Pictures and Joel Silver will be revisiting Weird Science. Project X and 21 Jump Street screenwriter Michael Bacall is set to write the project for the kids in the audience. Weird Science was a cult favorite film in the 80s, originally produced by Silver, in which two nerd teens build a real-life dream woman only to find out that she's more than just a sex object. It's going to be retitled For Every Hot Woman There's a Man Tired of Her Shit. I'm Ken Napzok, and those were your Schmoes Know Headlines, brought to you by Imperial Beer.
Love it. All right. Let's do the smart thing, and let's ask Ethan the one that he obviously knows the most about. So, Ethan, Scarlett Johansson, 50 Shades of Grey.
Yes, 100%.
So, what? Honest,
biggest movie of all time.
No, let's not Scarlett Johansson. With Jennifer Lawrence.
I got so confused. I was like,
I know, but
I'm just gonna go with it.
You went with it, but well, let's talk about Weird Science. So the thing is, everyone's up in arms when it comes out that Weird Science is going to be remade because it's a classic. It's John Hughes. But what a lot of people don't realize also, now they're saying, oh my God, Joel Silver is going to be redoing it. Joel produced the first one.
Yeah, he did make the first movie with John Hughes.
Right.
So it's not like it's, out of the blue. I mean, this is a movie that he, was integrally involved in. So.
Right. So all right. So how does this as much as you can, how does this come about? How do they think, okay, let's do Weird Science again? Any talk on tone? Any look at when?
I think like hard NC-17. The thing that was, it's not. Also, it won't be a comedy anymore. One of the things that was really kind of interesting that we discovered is people love pornography.
Yeah.
So it's going to just be, basically the first 20 minutes where they make this girl, and then it's just from there. Just
that's it.
A variety of scenarios. That you can
that's
Jennifer Lawrence.
Spartacus.
Yes,
Come on.
exactly. That's true. That's true.
Now, they're all out of work now anyway.
Yeah. No, I mean, we did this movie Project X. It did very well for us. People really enjoyed it, and so we want to do something that is tonally a bit like that.
Is it also because of the success of 21 Jump Street?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely that, and Hangover, and just I think these R-rated comedies people are going back to, and this is something we could get into, and it's something that is close to Joel's heart.
Yeah, all right.
So here's my question: when you guys have a property that is so well loved, and they're like, okay, someone comes in to pitch a remake. What makes you say, yes, this is the one we're going to do a remake of? Because, there was half of the people who were like, man, upset and pissed.
Well, I think one of the reasons is the fact that you own the rights to it, right?
Well, yeah, we don't own the rights ourselves, but Universal does, right. And we have a deal with them. And so, yeah, we actually were looking through other old Silver projects as well, which we may be remaking at some point.
Where's Brewster's Million?
Brewster's Billions? I don't know.
Brewster's, what'd I say? I said millions, didn't I? Mm-hmm. Is this billions?
Yeah.
No, it's Brewster's. I don't remember the hell.
Wouldn't it have to be Brewster's Billions now? I'm just saying, if theoretically someone was to do it,
I was so confused.
Would it not have to be that? Anyway.
All right. Okay. Got it.
No, it literally came just out of looking through our old titles, and we had been at Warner Brothers for a long time, and exclusively, and now we are at Universal, and so we're trying to figure out what we can do with Universal, and so that was one of the ones that came up. And just immediately, it just made sense because it's a good concept and it's well loved. But honestly, the people that we're going for, the audience that we're going for now, was not alive when the first one came out.
Right.
And so what we hope to do is attract them, but at the same time, honor the first film, honor what John Hughes did.
And it's you got to get the right comedic performances though too, because if you don't
100%.
cast right, you're in trouble.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, we're not even there. We're just in the writing phase. But I mean, if we can get Paxton back, I think that'll clinch it.
That would be amazing. But just make him the uncle this time.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure Downey can pop by for a scene.
That'd be hysterical.
Can Kelly Brook be the Kelly LeBrock character? Can I pitch that?
Yes.
Okay. Is that the chick from Piranha, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She was married to Statham for a while.
Yeah. I'm good. I like good casting choice.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, you're in.
That'll also be Jennifer Lawrence.
Now that we're being speaking of transitions into creepiness, let's talk. Now there was a lot of rumors for a while that Hermione was going to be in this movie.
Right.
Now that jumped out. Now this is the first I've heard Jennifer Lawrence, and you add legit. I mean, not that what's her face, Emma. Tell me the last name.
Watson.
Emma Watson. Not that she's not not a good actress, because she is. But Jennifer Lawrence right now is super hot. It has the Oscar buzz and all that stuff.
She's just an incredible actress.
She is,
too.
and there are tons of creepy dudes out there, including myself and Kenny, that want to see her in a role like this.
Hey, now I find it interesting. You got Gus Van Sant directing, which automatically makes me look at the project a little differently than I might have if it was.
Say who is that?
Gus Van Sant directing it. Because it's a Twilight fan fiction run amok.
Yeah.
So if you're like, all right, this guy's kind of got some legit chops, then to even rumor mill attach your name to it, it makes you kind of look at the project a little differently.
Of course, and she's gonna have a nervous breakdown.
Than a USA Up All Night.
She's gonna have
movie.
a nervous breakdown. There's no, I mean, it's again. I wish we had the clip from Wedding. Nervous breakdown, because she's got all the Hunger Games movies coming out. God knows they're going to do 4. There's 3 books, 4 movies. Yeah. Then you're going to have. She's doing another movie with David O. Russell.
Yeah, she's doing X-Men.
She's doing X-Men.
Yeah.
She's going to lose her mind. I don't care if she's 22, whatever she is. That's a lot of work. You're going to see. She's very kind of grounded right now.
Yeah.
If she starts breaking glass and shaves her head like Britney Spears, I would not be surprised.
I'm still in.
She's going to look like Josh the Intern in a year from now. I'm telling you.
Stop it. I really hope that doesn't happen.
All right.
I feel like she's smarter than that.
She's probably got good people around.
It has nothing to do with.
Hopefully.
It has nothing to do with being smart. It's exhaustion.
Well,
that's a lot of work, man.
Yeah.
And another franchise, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Schmoeville, let's take a call about 50 Shades of Grey, because I want to see what you guys think about this.
A lot of 50 Shades of Grey readers in the Schmoeville universe.
Yeah, actually, we have a lot of
haven't even
tweets from it.
read the
323-622-8623.
Have you guys read the book? Sorry.
All right. Hey, you are in Schmoeville. Who do we got? Really?
He's reading the book.
Hello.
right now.
Yeah.
Hello.
On the phone call.
Great. All right. Hey, you are in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
Hey, it's Leanne from New Jersey.
Leanne from New
Hi,
Jersey.
Leanne.
What's up, Leanne? So, Leanne, have you read the novel? What do you think about Jennifer Lawrence, if you have or haven't?
I've read the novel.
Okay.
I've read all 3. They're the biggest pieces of shit I've ever read in my life.
I was gonna say.
So why did you go to 2?
Because that's because what she just said is the reason they're making the movie.
Yeah.
Because she read
Exactly.
all 3. Because again, she's sitting there. It's trash, but it's those.
It's awful.
Yeah,
There's nothing remotely redeemable about it.
Yet you're going.
And if Jennifer Lawrence gets attached to this,
Yeah.
that's just sad.
But you'll go see it.
I'm
but
sorry.
here's the
But
question.
you'll go see it, Leanne.
Were you more embarrassed because
No.
the book is
Yes, you were.
like,
No, I
reading
wouldn't.
it?
You're lying.
Reading
No, I
the
wouldn't. I
book,
think it's a
though?
piece of shit. I'm sorry.
But you read all 3. You're
So
gonna.
did you read them
are
in
gonna.
public?
You are gonna go see. You are full of it. You're definitely gonna go see it, because you're gonna say. You're gonna say to yourself. You're going. Wait a minute. How is Jennifer gonna pull off that scene? Oh, okay. Did you see it? Yeah, matinee. I saw it.
Dude, she could be the most Oscar-winning actress in the history of the world, and even she won't be able to pull off really bad fan fiction. It's awful.
Well, I think
There's nothing redeeming.
I read about
hideous.
half. I read about half a chapter of it once
And
at a
that was
friend's
it.
house.
And then you were done.
The Sears catalog
got
was
what you
more
needed?
erotic, but yeah.
You know what it is? It's the train wreck of books.
Yeah.
You can't put it down. You have to keep reading it because you're like, it must get better somewhere along the line.
Leanne,
it's called 50 Shades of Fuck.
Leanne, did you buy all 3 at once or just one by one? Did you go back to the store separately? Or
It was like a 1-by-1 thing, which was very unfortunate. And I wish I
your
could
case,
erase
your
it off
case
my
is
Kindle
crumbling.
now.
Yeah.
Your case is crumbling.
Did you think they were going to get better? Like, each subsequent novel, you're like, well, this has got to be the one.
that third one when they go for the Death Star better be better?
All right, Leanne.
Right, I'm waiting for The Empire Strikes Back on 50 Shades somewhere along the line.
It'll
It's got to
happen.
get better, right?
Well, Leanne,
gosh.
thank you for the call, and we're hoping to see a Tiffany Smith 50 Shades of Grey poster soon. Thank you
God.
so much.
Oh, count on it, man. Count on it.
I feel like it's one of those things that once you start reading it,
Yeah.
you're like, well, I've put all this time into it. I better finish the series. You know what I mean?
That's what it is.
Like,
No, I understand. I've been there before. You're into this when you're like, even with movies, it's like,
Sure.
I'm halfway through this shit box. I got to finish it. You know, I get it. I understand.
Reading 3 books.
If you're,
I'm like a turtle reader, the slowest reader ever.
Well,
So
you know, I mean, they
have
have the book on tape read by Carrot Top, which I hear is phenomenal. So, I mean, maybe that gets you through it. I don't know.
Awkward.
Regardless, we've been talking about it for 5-10 minutes.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right,
There
so
you go.
all right, moving on. There's a lot of good geek news out there.
Yeah.
Now, one of the ones. Let's talk about Justice League. We've talked about it on the show a billion times. You know, all the rumors about David Goyer possibly doing it and this and that. Look, after seeing, we're all on board now with the Man of Steel trailer. If not, speak your piece. But like right now, that trailer looks like the summer movie to beat. And if it shows up and it delivers the way it looks like it's going to,
Sure.
why not have Zack Snyder run Justice League?
Absolutely.
Anybody not think that's
No, they've got a good team in place. They've clearly, they've set precedents with the Batman films, and,
Right.
and then with this one. Yeah, no, it just makes sense. I mean, Christopher Nolan is basically now the godfather of all DC, which is, I think, a very smart move. Even though I don't necessarily like everything in all of his films, I do think at least now there's a uniformity of tone and of style
Right.
and quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think, and what also it just seems like everything's working right now with that movie.
Sure.
Again, like we just listened to the Man of Steel trailer music introing this show with Hans Zimmer. And Hans Zimmer's a master, obviously, and that is on. When you know from the trailer, he got it. He got the tone. Like I know, Riley and I were driving. We were on the way to the Iron Man screening last week, and we're listening to it on the way there, and it felt like Superman. It felt like Man of Steel.
Honestly, when I saw the trailer in the theater for the first time, like in 3D IMAX,
See, I haven't seen that yet.
I teared up a little bit.
Yeah.
So did I.
Just a little, just a little bit.
So
really embarrassing.
I'm on board.
I'm with you.
It's awesome.
I'm with you.
And if you would have asked me this a year and a half, 2 years ago, because I wasn't excited when they announced Zack Snyder doing Man
I
of
wasn't
Steel.
either.
No, I was more excited, and I trusted the fact that Nolan was producing and everything too, and I said maybe he'll be able to rein him in. But look, it looks like he's going away from just style and substance. We could be singing a different tune in a month and a half from now, but from right now, it looks like they're getting it right. So I say, if it's the case and it delivers, why not have them do it?
I just want to take you back quickly to the summer of 2006 when you were so excited about Superman Returns.
I know.
This is going to be amazing, Ethan. You have no idea. This is going to be incredible. You're so stupid. Why don't you hit?
But you think I was the only one who was excited for that?
By the way, it had a really solid first 35 minutes.
It did, and
I teared up in the scene where he saves the plane.
The plane. That scene was amazing.
The casting of Lex Luthor for that
was bad.
It
was bad because
if
was.
You don't
it's
have
not
a
that
strong
Kevin
Lex
Spacey.
and you're making him be in the film.
Yeah,
it's
but that was more direction than just Kevin Spacey's fault, because Kevin Spacey, we know, can hit those serious moments, but he was told to do the kind of really over the top cartoonish, and then you have Cal Penn with those dumb faces the whole time, just staring. The guy's a good actor, and he's sitting around just staring at the moon the whole movie. It's like what?
Yeah.
It was a mess. But if that didn't happen. If that didn't happen, we wouldn't have gotten this one. So it's the same way if Batman Robin hadn't happened, it had been a success, then we wouldn't have gotten the Nolan one.
I think the bottom line right now with the Justice League thing, going back to when El Mayimbe broke his story, since then the buzz and expectations has been good for Justice League. When a while ago it was kind of a ugh.
Everyone's worried about
wait,
it.
I want to address this. I want to address this point. So at Ahern Man just wrote this in. Grace Randolph makes a great point that he agrees with. And Grace Randolph, who's been on this show before, too, and I'm a fan of Grace, she says that they're making Superman like Batman, which will not work. I totally disagree 1,000,000,000% with that, because they're not making it like Batman at all. Batman has a much darker tone to it in the fact of just who he is as a person is so different from the morals and how he sees life. It's totally different. I totally disagree with that point.
I feel like a lot of people who are looking at the trailer, just looking at it, the coloring is very dark, and so I could see people seeing that and think, it's going to be like this dark Batman kind of vibe. But when you actually see what's going on in all of the scenes, and that it is really about this small town guy and not fitting in, and feeling like an outcast, that is where the big difference is.
Someone else we have to give their due. And just tweeted us.
I don't know what's about to happen.
Ahem.
I saw that.
Is the man himself, El Mayimbe,
Yeah.
who said this was going to happen. He said that Nolan was going to be a part of it. He said, and yes, he came on like a couple weeks said it looked like it wasn't going to happen. Things that he heard. He reported that it could go back, and it looks like it's happening again. And it looks like, again, we don't know because it's Man of Steel could eat it, but it doesn't look like it's going to.
And I kind of feel like for me, honestly, after the like sadness of hearing that it might not happen, I wouldn't mind having a little bit of a break and seeing some more DC characters come out and have a strong film.
Yeah, I would see a Wonder Woman movie, for instance, Wonder Woman, The Flash.
Yeah. I mean, I just think that, and not that they should do everything that Marvel's doing, but I'm like, Marvel did such an incredible job of giving us these characters that we related to, that then once you throw them into this ensemble film, you are already connected to them. With this, it kind of seems like it's like, okay, we're going to have Superman, and who knows what's going to happen with Batman?
Yeah.
So we only have one character, really.
Yeah, and again, but I think what they this is what I hope that they do again. I hope that let's go on Man of Steel. Let's do that. Let's let Zack Snyder develop Justice League. Don't just throw him into it.
Yep.
Let him develop it. Let him say, okay, now set up the Flash movie. Set up the set up the Green Arrow. Set up all these movies. Green Lantern. Let's set up all these movies, and then put him in charge of it. And let it come out in 7 years from now. Who cares?
Those are the things that you love seeing when it's like, even with Marvel, where you go back to the first Iron Man and they made references to the 10 rings. And now you finally get here and you're like, oh my gosh, that's not Mandarin. Like, so the build up to that and getting to those moments is so enjoyable in movies. So I want them to do
exactly
that a
right.
little bit.
Marvel, you can't argue with the template that they set up. Star Wars is trying to do that now, too.
Yeah.
The whole phase 1, phase 2 business.
Follow it. If it's working, follow it.
Yeah.
Don't steal it and then just try to mimic it, but
works in the NFL.
Use it. That's right, but use elements of it.
Is.
And Ethan's not the biggest sports fan. Let's take a
High
phone
five.
call.
No sports.
Let's take a phone call from Schmoeville, talking Justice League, the Zack Snyder news. Hey, you're in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
Hello, this is Patrick Hogue.
Hoagie, what's up, buddy? So, Hogue, what are you thinking with Justice League?
Justice League, I'm terrified for it. To be completely honest.
Okay.
So is Warner Brothers.
Okay, that's awesome. So what is it about it that scares you?
What Tiffany said about when Superman was being pretty much pitched. Let me just get this out of the way. I think Man of Steel looks fantastic, incredible, and I can't wait for it. But I'm just I'm afraid they're throwing all their chips into one basket, which essentially they are doing. But I'm just so afraid that Man of Steel is going to be like this singular, fantastic piece with no room to expand on. Like Tiffany said, you need to set up all these movies, like all of you said, to make this anticipation that Marvel was able to do.
Yeah.
And Man of Steel can be fantastic, but David S. Goyer was just throwing ideas around for Superman that Christopher Nolan loved. If his idea for Superman wasn't going to mesh with the Justice League movie that he was already planning, then I'm afraid that I don't know if it's going to work. It's all in the developing, so I agree with you on that.
Yeah, all right. Hoagie, thanks for the call, dude. Listen, again, of course I understand why people will be hesitant, but it's also you have to set things up, and we don't know if they set anything up in Man of Steel. We don't know anything about it. No one's seen the thing.
I've talked to people who've seen it.
And nothing. Do you know?
Well, no, I actually don't. I don't know that element. I do know that they know about.
Say that.
No, I will say this. I will say what it is though is they did say that it was really good. They were really happy with it.
Well, I heard that. Give me something that no one else has heard.
Well, okay, this is not from those people, but I actually have seen online that there is some tease of something.
Okay.
That this is rumors within whispers.
So there's possible they kind of setting up the Justice League.
This is what I've just seen online. I've not heard this from any actual source.
I don't believe that, but we can say that that's where you heard it. I believe you. All right, so let's go. All right, what do we have? 1 minute left? 1 minute? 2 minutes? All right, so let's hit one more story before we get out of here on this. Now, Tiffany, you might know about this. There's a rumor apparently who the villain might be in Guardians of the Galaxy. Did you hear this?
I'm gonna assume that it's Thanos, but I'm not positive.
No. Who the actual casting?
Who cast?
Yeah,
I have not heard that
was it
yet.
Guardians of the Galaxy? Shit, someone tweeted it in, and it was a long time ago, so that's gone now. But if you know what it is, Schmoeville at Schmoes Know.
Well, Dinklage is the bad guy in X-Men, which I'm very excited about.
Is he the bad guy?
He's the villain in the new X-Men.
Is he playing the raccoon guy or no?
No,
that's Guardians of the Galaxy.
X-Men. Okay, sorry. But I'm looking. I'm trying. Someone had tweeted in. All right, we'll come back to that too because we're going to go.
Interesting stuff going on with Avengers and X-Men.
Oh, what is it?
It's Lee Pace.
Lee Pace.
Oh, yeah,
Lee Pace.
Lee Pace.
So what is he rumored to play? Did they say what?
Facty with the facts.
Yeah, Facty from Factorson coming in there. So I'm wondering.
His name is Walter Jacobson. Is the character. He's a mild-mannered accountant.
You're lying.
Yeah.
See, this is
the
why
villain
you,
in Guardians is Khan.
You know, don't scream it out.
Wrong
Come here.
movie.
Come here.
John Harrison. It's John Harrison.
Yeah.
John Harrison. You don't.
No,
See, I don't listen to you. What are you saying?
I just read the other day that he's rumored to be someone called the Collector, who's a villain in the Guardian Galaxy universe. I have no idea who he is.
And Tiffany, how much do you know about?
The thing with the Guardians of the Galaxy, and Marvel has said this, is that no one really has a huge connection to these characters and this storyline.
That's why they need to set it up as much as possible. And I don't think that's going to happen until Thor. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Sure. Well, and I think that what they've said is they've always wanted to do a movie where it's just an action adventure in space and people don't know the characters. And so you can kind of jump in from square one, which I think is smart. You know, they have been doing all these things where they're building all these other characters. And now there's the other area that they can bring in new characters who maybe are not as grounded. You know, you're going to have a raccoon. Like,
right. Oh, and they got that's a Yoda situation right there.
So
if they don't deliver on that, it could be goofy as piss.
Yeah.
May 9th, we're having our comic book show.
Tiffany, are you going to be here for that, right?
Are you going to be here?
Tiffany, you going to be here for that?
Are you out?
Guys,
you
going to be here for that?
Tiffany, you've got to be there for that.
But my point to that is on May 9th.
Not May 9th. That's not next week.
Okay, then
that's
we're
the
right.
next
We got
She's not here. She's not going to be here for the porn star.
So wait, I'm not here next week because I'll be at
I
the
will
El
be.
Capitan
Okay.
Theater for the Iron Man marathon.
Okay, so she's not going to be here for the porn star.
Perfect. That's good. We got
really?
I'm a week ahead in my brain.
Okay.
May 9th, we're having our comic book theme Schmoes Know Podcast. Jenna Bush is going to be on. We got Mark Cassidy calling in from one of the big websites, and Matt Key, who is our schmoesknow.com comic book expert. He's already written a great article on the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Great.
And we'll have him explain a little bit too because it's a universe no one's really familiar with.
All right, so guys, we're going to go to break here in a second. Johnny is going to start playing us out with the music, but when we come back from break, we'll talk maybe one more story that we'll hit on, but for the most part, we're talking to Reilly, Mr. Facty McFactors himself, talking about CinemaCon. A lot of cool stuff, guys. Stay tuned. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. To this song, as much as they don't like the man who made the movies, the score's fantastic. I'm gonna see, Ethan, are you decent with score? I know you're like an idiot savant when it comes to actors.
I was in my youth. Let me give a listen. Hold on.
Let's see if Schmoeville can guess it before anybody else.
I like the concentrated face.
Oh yeah, Reilly wants to. Reilly, look at him, licking his lips, trying to get in. Do you know what the score is? Don't cheat if you know what it is, because we know you like to cheat.
Yes, I'm plugged in the internet through my brain.
Who knows it? Anybody?
What's the movie you
I have
don't
an idea.
like?
Wait, hold on.
You don't like?
It's. I don't love it, and I don't.
Spider-Man?
No, I don't love the person who made it. All right, you already lost because
Michael Bay movie.
Someone else picked it. Jay Kressel, 47 gets it from Transformers.
Oh,
it's a fantastic score. Steve Jablonsky.
Oh, I know. I love Jablonsky. Jablonsky's Island score is amazing.
Bay uses him for everything. Yeah. That's the one thing we said we did it best and worst of Michael Bay, and the one thing about Michael Bay. You know, say what you want about him. The guy knows how to pick music or composers. You know, the music in The Rock is fantastic.
Oh, yeah, that's Hans Zimmer's best score.
I mean, the music.
Crimson Tide.
He's got a lot of great musical choices. So, you know, again, I shit on the guy, but that's one of the things he does good. All right, so we are back. See, Ethan, you got fans already. You got big fans in Schmoeville. At the Riddler 109. Why can't Ethan be on the podcast every week? He's great.
Oh, well, thank you.
Look at that. He is great.
Thanks, Mom.
You know what Ethan and I used to do?
My mom is at the Riddler.
Can I say what we used to do sometimes in the office, or no? You'd rather not?
What, you little Roman wrestling? What do you mean?
Little Roman wrestling.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
Ethan and I, sometimes when we could, we'd play Halo.
This is after hours. This is like,
like we would be there probably.
I heard this story.
Yeah, we would be there. We literally would be playing. We'd probably have to read scripts sometimes afterwards, so we'd get it done. But we stayed there probably like 3 or 4 in the morning playing Halo.
We have multiple times, and I remember this is like even with the first Halo where it wasn't even on the internet. You just had to like connect the two with like a cord.
Yeah, and when Ethan wasn't there, I used to play during the office hours sometimes too. And Joel actually walked in on me and the guy that used to work there also, and he walked in and he's like, what are you guys doing? Ethan wasn't there. Nobody. It was just me and this dude.
You're like, we're doing research for a movie.
No, because the guy that was sitting in the front was supposed to stake it out, and he was supposed to like say something.
Oh wait, I was there for this.
Okay.
I remember this because I remember yelling at that guy.
Yeah. So
He's trying to get your job. That's why you let him go by.
Well, fact to be fact, said Mark Reilly is
hello.
here. Mark, what's up, my friend?
I'm good. How's everybody doing? I missed last week.
Yeah, and we missed you too. But before we get into the really cool weekend that you had last week, I'm getting a lot of tweets on this shirt. We got this is from Dust Till Shaun, which is a playoff of Shaun of the Dead, of course. And it's Ript Apparel, which we love Ript Apparel. There's a really cool thing. By the way, a couple of things with Ript Apparel. They're going to be sponsoring the Celebrity Impression Contest tonight. So the callers, the callers, which we're going to do in a second. What we're going to do in a second is we're going to give all the Schmoeville callers a person to be assigned to. And then if they win, if Stella Maeve, our actress who's coming in later, she picks that person to win, then Schmoeville will win a T-shirt. You know, the person, whoever gets assigned to that particular winner. The other thing that they're going to be sponsoring us, starting on May 6th, if you are a subscriber to our YouTube channel, we are going to be doing a 4-day contest. And every day we're going to be picking one of our subscribers that will win a particular prize from Ript Apparel. It'll be a shirt, they have posters, and then there's going to be a mega prize on one of the days as well. So if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel and you're just a Toad Hop listener, then you should subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Schmoes Know. Starting on May 6th is when that contest starts. All right, without any further ado, let's talk about CinemaCon, Mr. Reilly.
Yeah.
All right, so you were not with us last weekend.
No, I was not.
You were shooting stuff for the MPAA.
Yes, MPAA, actually NATO, National Association of Theater Owners.
Okay, so what you
the other NATO.
The other NATO.
Right.
I know, everybody's like, my
weird.
mom's like, now why are you going over there to for peace?
That's a good cover, though.
Mrs. Reilly, what did you think about Mark going over there?
No, I just didn't understand it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why he was leaving me.
Oh, did he? Did you survive? Okay.
Are you asking my mom or
forget
me?
it. It's over. It's over. It's over. All right. So when you get to Vegas, what happened? So
well, Sunday I got there, I got all settled, but the really things started really moving on Monday, and I was working all day. What I was doing, I was shooting interviews with people at the convention.
Right.
NATO has a campaign that's trying to get people back into the movies.
Okay.
So I directed a PSA for them about no texting, no video, no
Perfect.
all that.
So basically,
you're
just
a saint.
back into the
You're a
theaters.
saint.
Yeah, I'm a saint, obviously. And I shot the video, and they asked me to come out with my cinematographer and film all these people, and we asked, what's your favorite movie? What's your favorite movie to go and experience? What led you into this business, and we would get all these sound bites. And then the nice thing about that was NATO also flipped the bill for my all-access pass.
Okay.
So I went into probably every studio presentation, every
cool.
party.
So awesome.
And you got to see the Man of Steel
jealous.
trailer the day that they debuted it, right?
Yes, yeah. Zack Snyder came out,
Cool.
Debuted it, and that's what.
Did the crowd go nuts when they were watching
Yes,
it?
actually,
Okay.
that's
But
that's
it's
the
old
one
Ben,
thing.
right?
That's when
It's
you
like a
had
bunch of
tears.
old white guys, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. Yeah,
Okay.
what I learned about filming these exhibitors in these suits is they don't like to be on camera, and they do not want to talk about their
Wow.
favorite movie.
Okay.
They literally look at me and go, "No, I can't do that." So you have to find people that are fun, and which I did. I found a lot of people.
90% of their favorite movies are Kramer versus Kramer.
Well, and so many of them are working for specific companies, so it's like to come
Right.
out and say this is my favorite one, but it's not necessarily
That's what I learned. There's a little bit of politics to it.
All right, so you're at these conventions now, and so you see Snyder and you see the reactions, and so you're a little blown away because you're seeing all these. You ran into a lot of big names here, not just Seth Green and stuff. You ran into some big.
Seth
Green's a big
Seth
name.
Green is a big name.
But not compared to the people he's about to tell us about.
Yeah.
Seth Green's a big name, but not. I like Seth Green. But I'm
Fucking
just
wow
saying.
me.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it was cool. The first night, Monday, we did the press line for Star Trek, and so
Okay.
all the actors are coming out.
Marty
so we got,
impressed.
Sulu.
Yeah, so Sulu.
Sulu was there.
No, all the new guys. All the new
okay.
guys. Chris Pine.
Sulu's
Tiffany. Chris Pine, you know him.
His eyes are
Alice
pretty.
Eve was there.
I would be with him also.
Zachary Quinto.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, sorry.
Porn stash.
Yes, Alice Eve was
came back for
there.
Zachary Quinto.
Did you hear that?
Is that what just happened?
He turned into George R. R. Martin.
Yeah. Oh, she was there, was she?
I like her space underwear.
Did you get to smell her bras?
I did get to smell her. I did.
Nice.
She
Oh,
smelled like
creepy.
perfume.
Love it.
I mean,
Well,
I
that's
was
good.
escorted out after.
No. I was like, did you?
We'll talk
uncomfortably
afterwards.
give her-
All right. So let's.
No, that was cool because that night I ended up at the blackjack table with
Okay.
Chris Pine, Damon Lindelof, Alice Eve, and the head of Paramount.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I got a text.
That is awesome.
Set this up to me. So how are each one of them like?
Were you the dealer?
Wait,
No, I was at the other end.
You're obviously losing all your hands because you're just paying attention. How does
because
Kirk play
there was
cards?
there was one seat left, and I'm walking and I see it and I go, oh, I'm going to play black. If 25 limit, fuck it.
Right.
And
At a Paramount, $25 limit.
Yeah, you turn into
I'm
a
going to
millionaire.
take this per diem and fucking blow it right now just to be.
If you were still married, you would have been fucked.
I know, right?
Why did you spend? I don't care who you were with.
Oh, yeah, sorry to
point
hear
out
about that, by the way.
That at the same time, I was a block away at a wrestling convention bowling with Greg the fucking Hammer Valentine. And
sorry.
you're playing poker with Alice Eve.
Did he fall in the lane?
He almost did, and I got no text.
Hold on. So wait, how tight a player is Chris Pine?
Well,
Like
he
straight up
played,
fucking to the vest, or like how does he do it?
Yeah.
He only played, I would say, maybe 2 hands, and then he got up and he went with. I'm blanking on his name. He plays Sulu.
John Cho.
Yeah, John Cho.
That's why
so
Ethan's here. Ethan, he
John
tells
Cho
all the
came
Asian
up,
actors.
Yes.
and
Every
pat him
single
on
one
the
of them.
back,
Even
and
the
they went
Koreans.
off and talked somewhere. And so then I remained at the table while Damon and Paramount and Alice Eve did their thing with their friends, and I was the odd man out. So I was like smiling and trying to interact, and they wanted nothing of it. They wanted to win.
Yeah, good
And,
for them.
Yeah.
That's Brad Gray, by the way.
Yeah, Brad Gray.
See?
For all you folks out there.
This is why Ethan's here to tell us about all the Asian producers.
Is it? No, yeah.
No.
So that was cool that night. I mean, I didn't
that's
really
cool.
talk to him. I
That's
just
so
like.
dude, it doesn't never have to talk to him.
Yeah, it's just kind of
playing
like you're
cards with Captain Kirk.
That is
amazing.
Not
creator
only
from
just
Lost.
Captain Kirk, but other characters
Yeah.
from the Star Trek.
Yeah, the whole
and
Star
and one of the
Trek crew was
co-creators
there.
of Lost. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Damon, I was
awesome.
really kind of starstruck with
because that's
He's
your
my guy.
That's your
Yeah.
guy. All right, that's really cool. Now, all right, so you leave the table, you brag about that.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's
You
a story
text
that
me and say I was sitting at the table.
Yeah, then
You didn't send any photos or anything?
No,
To
yeah.
Tiffany?
No, I didn't. I'm sorry.
More importantly, I was like, did you ask him out for me?
Yeah, and I was trying. That's what I was
Shoozy
really
Pants
trying.
just tweeted in, Riley's making all this up. He just wanted airtime.
I did. Thank you for believing my ruse.
You made it as far as
I went to
Prim, Nevada.
Yeah,
you
I
just
went
fucking
to-
blew it all in one hand.
I was
one
actually
hand of
not
pie
hired
gal.
by NATO. I went to Prim and I rode the roller coaster and I made up this whole
made up
lie.
the name.
So now that's a cool story, but it's
Yeah.
not as cool as the other one.
Okay.
You know which one I'm talking about.
What?
Well, obviously.
Lead him on a little. Lead him a little more.
That's what I was trying to do. And
I
you
had a
just
lot of
gave it
cool
up.
stories.
Well,
So
all right, before we do that, we'll get to the Harrison story in a second. We're going to play a clip here. I want to play a clip from one of his interviews with
Okay.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. You talked to Joseph Gordon-Levitt,
Yes,
which
I
is
did.
really cool. You asked him that stuff that NATO wanted you to ask, and you happen to get another question in there, and we'll be able to hear that right in a second. Here's the Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Get away from the illegal downloads, stealing it. Do you have a particular movie that you remember seeing in the movies that like stuck with you?
Well, I love going out to a movie theater. And don't get me wrong, I love watching movies at home, too. I watched a movie earlier today on my computer. But there's no substitute for being in a room full of people. Because then you're watching it as a crowd. And that's a completely different experience, especially with a comedy. So, yeah, for me, like, I loved, the IMAX and the big screen, the big sound and everything. That's all cool. But to me, the real reason to go out to a cinema is to go out and see it with a crowd. Because it's just, there's an energy that happens there. And then it becomes an event and something you're doing like going out, like going out to a concert or going out to a play. Or, when it's the audience that I think makes that difference. And so I think there always will be movie theaters. And there's no replacement for it.
God, I hope so. Yeah, I love just going to the movies. Do you have a particular movie that you remember?
Man, so many.
He's a big movie fan, though, too, though. I mean,
I love his answer. I mean, I can talk over this because he never does answer this question.
Okay.
Spoiler alert.
All right.
And I had, and
It
right
was
about
Triumph
now,
of the Will, though.
He was trying, and the publicist came in and kind of
just
gave me the
Well,
time.
I didn't just see. I remember last year. No, that's maybe not the best example.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
that would be a really good example.
He's biting his tongue.
Yeah, and mind you,
There's
the
no
publicists
good-
are like,
Wait.
cut
One
it.
more question. Last night you were doing, hosting for Kathleen Kennedy. I think it's just amazing. I love where she's going, especially with Lucasfilm. Any interest in joining the new Star Wars saga?
Of course.
Jedi, dark side.
As long as I get to use the Force.
Okay. Can you just get one more thing?
All right, so guys, tweet your faces off about the fact that Joseph Gordon-Levitt just says he wants to be in Star Wars. There you go.
Right.
I wish
you
he'd
heard
said
it first on the
fuck
Schmoes
that.
Know Podcast. Yeah, right.
And I got to tell you, his reaction to that question, he didn't expect that.
That's
which
awesome.
I loved because he was, oh, geez, what do I? Because I wanted to know. He's not on our fantasy draft though, is he?
No, you got him. Oh, JTI.
You
has
do.
him.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was
all
wondering.
right.
I thought he was in there.
We need
so.
to like regroup.
Well,
on
we're gonna.
the
What we're gonna
fantasy
do? We're
draft,
gonna.
by the way.
Ethan, did you know about this? Or did we? Do
Yeah, no, you told me about it. I said listen. The one I said
Yeah.
you have to do is Greg Grunberg. He's
Which one's
definitely
that?
going to be in it.
Who is that? Which one's
He's
that?
in everything J.J. Abrams has ever done.
Don't.
Yeah.
No
He
one-
was
no
the
one listened to
pilot
that.
on Lost.
No one listened to that. No one listened to that because we're gonna do new ones. So. That's great, Mark. I mean, that was a really good. I mean, the fact that you got to sit down with him, he seems like a pretty chill dude.
Yeah, he was really nice, and he was really there promoting Don John. That's coming out. So, his publicist was telling me about that, so I was able to ask him a couple questions about that, as well as then move into the NATO stuff, and then sneak that Star Wars question.
That's great. Okay.
Did you asking that get you fired? By the way.
Not yet.
Okay, good.
We'll see. It just aired. So.
Okay, perfect.
Oh,
Yeah.
did it?
What? No, just that.
Literally, you will get out of here tonight.
Yeah.
So we
yeah.
know we hired you for.
I know, right?
Fired.
No, I did check with them. They
Fired.
said it was okay to.
Oh, how nice.
To show this.
That's a trap.
All right, so now let's tell, because we have another interview that we want to show in a second. But before we do that, let's talk about the whole thing with the Harrison story. This is really cool. The whole thing, everything that happened on the setup and how he was introduced.
Oh, okay. So the day that I was interviewing JGL right there, we had a booth set up to have celebrities come in, and they were doing a big CinemaCon award ceremony. So they had Morgan Freeman coming in, Harrison Ford. They had a bunch of different people. So Morgan Freeman came in, and the room just kind of stopped. It's just Morgan Freeman.
Right.
And I'm standing there, freaking out, kind of holding my microphone, hoping that he'll get an interview with me, because that would have been great to ask him what his favorite movie was.
Right.
He couldn't do the interview, though, with me. His publicist kind of stopped, but he did shake my hand and, say, how you doing? Very nice.
Grip like a vice, I imagine.
I don't remember, actually.
Right.
I don't think I felt my hand.
Yeah.
In shock.
I was
You're like
just
stunned like by a lot
I
of
saw that guy
roar.
driving around in a Lamborghini once, and I was
Morgan
like,
Freeman in a Lamborghini?
Yeah, right near the Beverly Center, and it was the coolest thing
Lord.
I ever saw. It was
yeah,
awesome.
he's just, that guy walks on air. He's like,
Yeah.
hello, how are
Yeah, of
you?
course he
How are
is. He's
you?
Morgan fucking Freeman.
Everybody's just like, bowing down to him when he's walking in there. So he went in and did an interview with the Associated Press. And as he was coming out, that's when Harrison Ford comes walking in. And to see that guy in person is probably the most amazing experience of my life. He still got it.
Yeah.
Everybody really, more so than Morgan Freeman. The room stopped. It was silent. Everybody was watching what Harrison Ford is going to do. And Morgan Freeman comes out and he says, "Oh my God, everybody, do you know who's here for your next interview? It's Luke Skywalker." And he pushes Harrison Ford in, and Harrison Ford turns around and gives a mime punch in the face to Morgan Freeman. And this happened in front of me, and it just
You felt like you were 6 years old.
I couldn't imagine this. I was like, and they're joking. He's not Luke Skywalker. It's so funny because he's Han Solo.
You turned into
That is the dream.
You turned into shoesy pants and left the camera in your pocket.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I don't know what that means, but in a very
Well, Ethan, let me ask you though. So, do you think that again? Of course, it's Harrison Ford, and obviously, anytime he walks into a room, you're going to get a reaction like that. But do you think there's an extra bit of electricity around him right now because of everything he's on now? They're talking to him about Star Wars. He does that. He does the Kimmel thing,
which was
tremendous.
I was crying.
Tremendous. And so now when he walks in, people are going, "That's Han Solo." As opposed to, "Oh, it's Harrison Ford, the guy that used to play Han Solo." That's possibly Han Solo again.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think he's going to be back. I think a lot of guys, that we'd kind of, assumed were kind of wrapping things up, are coming back. I think the fact that he's going to be out in Ender's Game later this year, which from people I've talked to,
is that still getting a release? I know that they had that whole problem with the creator, being pretty outspoken about gay marriage. And all that stuff.
It's coming out in November.
Okay.
People I've talked to who've seen it, rough
Say
cut
it's
of it,
really
said
good?
really good.
That's good.
Really adheres to the books. And he's in a lot of stuff.
Okay.
And I think like Kevin Costner, same thing.
Okay, all right. So you're
There's a lot of heat.
So he looks at you.
Yeah, I asked his publicist if I can get an interview. I was shot down immediately.
Right,
Said only
of
2
course.
interviews happening.
Yeah.
But he was walking my way, and he had to go around me. And, of course, I was standing there pissing my pants, I think. Microphone on the ground, jaw agape. And he was, he looked at me and smiled. He knew I was losing my mind. And he fucking winked at me.
That's awesome.
And just almost like, hey, calm down, kid.
He turned you into Leia like that.
Yeah, he was just like...
Did you just respond? You just respond, I know.
Yeah.
It was like a Family Guy cut of you just in the robe with the buns.
Yeah. He just kind of, the wink was just, calm down, dude. I shit like everybody else.
That's so cool.
Except it's gold bricks.
Yeah, it is gold bricks. And so he walked by me, and I was just like, oh, my God, that happened.
All right, we're going to take a call from Schmoeville, see if they have any questions for you from CinemaCon. And then we're going to play your interview. Hey, you are in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
Hey, guys, it's George.
Georgie, what's up, dude? So what question you got for Reilly, my friend, about
Georgie.
CinemaCon?
Yeah, I actually have a big thing I found earlier this week that the National Association of Theater Owners had this big push for less R-rated films, and they were talking about wanting less R-rated films, and so more people could get to the movies. I don't maybe it's bullshit, maybe it's not. I don't know. It was something I read, though, so... Mark, if you have anything on that, I'd love to hear.
I haven't heard anything.
Real quick, Georgie, you are assigned to Mark Reilly tonight for a chance to win the T-shirt, by the way.
Hey, all right.
Thank you. Awesome.
All right, there you go. All right, so Georgie has... thanks, Georgie.
Per his question, actually, that was one of the panels that they had there.
Was it really? Okay.
Where exhibitors, theater owners were talking about it would help them just for their business if there were more PG-13,
That's
PG,
terrible.
Oz-type films.
Wow.
Well, those movies make $1 billion, and these guys need to feed their families.
Let me rephrase that. It's terrible if they start watering down movies just to get the PG-13.
Yes.
If they start making
there should be good movies that are not rated R.
Like all the Batman movies, I
100%.
think, were totally fine as PG-13 films.
Absolutely. But when you start trying to turn Die Hard into PG-13, you have problems.
Yeah.
And you got to stop doing that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like when they do, anytime that you have a reaction like that, Wild Man, it's always, you are always welcome to do it in the yeah, I love that stink face. That's great. Anyway, we, yeah, I agree. We need more if fantasy films and stuff like that. Again, Hunger Games is. I understand why it's PG-13. Yeah. I would rather it not be, but that's a franchise.
It's also the books
were
not written as R. They were. Well,
that's not true. That's not true.
But they were in the teen section. They were not.
I don't give a shit where they were.
Lord of the Flies is pretty brutal. I mean,
look, if you read the material have you read the books?
Yeah.
The material in the books, there's blood stuff. There's a lot of killing and bloody.
There definitely is.
There's no shaky cam shit, Gary Ross nonsense. Like, hey, I hit you in the head with a rock, but I'm not going to see it.
It was like a teen book, and then being like, now we're going to make it rated R. Just
like I said, I understand.
Hard R, David Cronenberg.
I understand why they do it. I just don't agree that the books were PG-13. But that being said, okay,
it's different reading it than seeing it on a screen.
Yes, but you were correct. They definitely the PG-13. They were absolutely PG-13. Film that they had.
Yeah, they had to be. All right. So now here's another thing that happened. So those are the coolest stories, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those, aside from the free food and booze.
Right. Well, this is a cool story.
Amazing.
So now this is what I'm going to have Schmoeville do, and if you can guess who this interview is, if you can guess who this is, Reilly saw someone. And he stopped them, and he got an interview with them, and we're going to play the audio. And if you guys can guess, first person to guess on Twitter, at Schmoes Know, who this person is, you will win a Ript shirt.
Oh, I don't get to guess then.
No, you do not.
Can I just write it?
Actually, you know what? If you guess it, I'll give you the Ript shirt, because you don't have a Ript shirt.
No, that's not fair. I don't want to take away from the Schmoeniverse.
No, you might get it. You might get it. But
I don't think I've ever heard that.
Hopefully you never will again.
I liked it.
Oh, good.
All right, so all right, Johnny Ice, you ready? Schmoeville, you ready? Here we go.
I don't know if this is what we want to do here.
All right, so we're here at CinemaCon, and it's everybody's talking about movies. You must have a favorite movie of all time.
My favorite movie of all time. Gosh, that would be a real tough one. Oh man, you start off with a tough question like that.
I do.
Okay, let me think here. Now it's. You're going to have to edit the hell out of this because I'm trying to think.
Can say he is shit-faced, this guy.
Probably a favorite of all time would be Gone with the Wind. It's,
you got it. All right. It came out.
To see what they did. With,
Someone guessed George R.
R. Martin. The burning of Atlanta and what they do back in those days with the, now what we do here is it's all 3D, blah. Baloney and whatnot, but back then they did it right, and That's probably
Josh
my
Macuga
favorite
in
of
30
all
years.
time.
I was going to say, it sounds just
the
like
new
me.
stuff. I love it. I love it all. I go all the time. I mean, I direct this show. This is probably at least 7 or 8 years I've been directing this show. It's
a hint. Directing. That's a hint, everybody.
I thought he was like the door guy.
What the hell is the
one
name
of those
of
cute old men
the
who
award
works.
show before they moved it into the Coliseum? I used to direct that one as well down here, but now I just do the little show on the side, and it's check cashes, and she's still saying, "My God, why are they doing this interview with this guy?"
Well,
I got a Clint
mentioned
Eastwood.
directing, so you must have a favorite movie-going experience that got you into all this.
No,
I already asked him that. Why are you
all of
confusing the old
someone said
man?
Orson
basically
Welles.
is television. So it's I came into television
D.W.
in
Griffith is dead, right?
1972.
Television.
So
He came into
Cecil B. DeMille.
Came into television in
and then
1972.
worked my way through into. I've been working through the IA union for 38 years now. I direct a lot of industrial shows, a lot of. I just got back from doing a Wall Street Journal show and
All right, Johnny.
I think it's.
Right. So let me ask you a question here.
Yeah.
There's a couple hints. How bad did this guy smell?
This guy smelled
Bobcat
so
Goldthwait?
bad.
Yeah. So he smelled bad. He smelled bad.
He
Okay.
smelled like the bottom of a bar
Okay.
after a baby shit on it.
All right. Now that's a little graphic. What about how was he standing? Was he able to stand?
Sideways.
Sideways. All right. So let me ask. So
Dick Van Dyke?
So here's a good question from our buddy Matt Brown. Riley, did that guy die before the interview ended?
I don't know.
All right, so I'm going to give. All right, so the answer
You don't know if he died.
to this question.
That's a tough one.
Random drunk is the answer. The answer is random drunk.
No.
Get out of here. That was nobody?
It was a random drunk.
That was the guy.
He was just making stuff up.
Yeah.
Everybody. The look,
Okay,
not
so-
only the look, not only the fact that Schmoeville was going. Riley and I we've pranked Josh the intern. We
Yeah.
pranked Jeremy Johns. We got to prank Schmoeville tonight, and we got to prank everyone else in here. 'Cause
Yeah, exactly.
Josh Macuga looked like he was trying to figure out.
I was like,
I've almost got it. I'm so close.
You were so close. He was trying to take my headphones off just to figure it out. But because we did that, right now we're going to open up the phone lines real quick, and we're going to assign everybody to because we're coming up pretty close in the next hour, half an hour. We're going to do the contest. So call in at 323-622-8623. You will be assigned to people on the podcast, and if Stella Maeve picks this person to win, then you will win a free Ript Apparel shirt. Here we go. Okay. Hey, you are in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
Hey, it's Mike from Olympia.
Mike.
Hi, Mike.
What is your last name, my friend?
From Olympia.
Chapman. Mike Chapman.
Mike Chapman, you are assigned to Josh the Wild Man Macuga.
yeah, Mike, let's get weird.
All right. Good luck.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
All right. Now, if you win, all you got to do is you send us a Facebook message afterwards,
That was
and
weird
we'll
already.
give you a code for Ript. But good luck. Okay. Here is the next one. Hey, you're in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
Hey, it's Leanne again. I got
Leanne,
through.
you got
Woo!
through. Leanne, you are going to be assigned to Ethan Erwin.
I apologize in advance,
Okay,
Leanne.
Okay, Leanne. All right, so Leanne gets Ethan. All right, so here we go. Hey, you're in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
Hey, it's Nico Garcia.
Nico Garcia, you are assigned to Shoesy Pants.
All right, sounds good.
Go throw yourself down a well.
No, it would be nice. All right. All right.
That could be anyone.
Hey, you are in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
Josh Bryan.
Josh Bryan?
Yes.
Josh Bryan, you have Ken Napzok.
Nice.
All right.
All right.
I'm about as excited as you, Josh. We're going to get through this. Don't
There's
worry
no
about it.
excitement from Schmoeville here. Hey, you are in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
Random drunk. Didn't he direct Joyful Noise?
Who is this?
This is Matt Brown.
Matt Brown. What's up, dude? Matt, you are assigned to Tiffany Smith.
Oh God, Matt Brown.
Awesome.
All right.
I have not been practicing since the last time we did this.
Tiffany
so
Smith.
Get
Okay.
ready.
All right. Hey, you are in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
You got Anthony Givas.
Anthony Divas, you are assigned to me, my friend.
All right, awesome, man.
All right,
Great.
All right, we're going to do well. I promise.
That's how his wife feels whenever he comes home.
Yeah, it's true. All right, so Anthony Guevas gets...
Not you, Amy. The Christian side.
Oh, okay. All right, so how many... Who didn't get a sign? So the last one, whoever we get here gets Josh the intern, right? All right. Someone hung up. Hey.
Oh, shit.
Don't lie to him like
Hello?
that.
Hello. Hey, you're in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
Hello?
Hey, man, what's up? You're in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
Edgar from Santa Rosa, California.
Edgar, what's your last name?
Ramirez.
Ramirez. Edgar, you have Josh the intern, my friend.
Are you a famous actor?
Okay.
All right.
Starred Carlos?
Okay, great. All right, thank you. Okay, so everybody has their podcast member. So now if that person wins, whoever gets it, now you are going to win a Ript shirt. Really excited. Johnny, we got to go to break here? All right, we're going to go to break. When we get back, Stella Maeve will hopefully be in the studio. We'll find out soon. If not, Tiffany will be the girl doing the dates. All right, guys. So we'll be back in a second.
Yes,
Stay
no
tuned.
voices.
You like this? You know, so great about this music that's been playing tonight again, and I'm so glad we started doing this a few weeks ago, is that Schmoeville now gives us suggestions on the scores to play.
Is this Ennio Morricone?
Yes, it is, and it's really fun to get today I think is when I asked everybody on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Schmoes Know, if to suggest scores, and we've been taking a whole bunch of them, and all the ones today that we've played are all Schmoeville suggestions. So keep on doing that, guys. It's a lot of fun. You guys have great taste in scores, and we're going to continue to do that. So let's take a call for Schmoeville because we're waiting on Stella Maeve. She hit some bad traffic, but we are...
There's actually a police barricade out there because Bobby Finstock's waiting outside.
I believe it. Hey, you're in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
Knock, knock.
Oh,
Finstock.
He got through.
you jinxed it. You know that.
Is there no quality control here?
Well, Ethan, let me set this up for you. Ken Napzok and Bobby Finstock, which even though it rhymes, they are mortal enemies. They're like wrestling villains at the wrestling. It's like he's Hulk Hogan and
which of you is like the Iron Sheik?
That would be Bobby Finstock.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Finstock. Finstock. So what do you got tonight? Did you hear? Were you listening to the interview, by the way?
Well, I'm in San Juan Capistrano right now. I was at a Cold Stone Creamery, and Al Pacino walked in, so I was sidetracked for a little bit. But yeah, I'm listening.
Well, let me ask you a question. Where are you right now?
Cold Stone.
I'm on a rooftop in Venice.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You're on a rooftop in Venice. So no, Pacino is not there. Were you able to hear the show at all? You're just calling in because you know what's going on right now, and you wanted to make the Finstock presence known.
Well, a little bit of both. You know, I've great thing.
No, you're breaking up here, buddy.
I think there should be a poster made of me and Tiffany.
Well, that's the thing. Listen, this is something. Oh yeah, you know what? You absolutely. I'm so glad you actually called in because I have to give an update on the contest, the Kristen DeLuca contest. There's a Twitter contest going on for those of you who don't know. And this is Ethan. Did I tell you about this?
You may have, but
we had actress.
So have I.
Actress, Playboy model, Kristen DeLuca, who has come in, and so basically she's going to go on a date with the winner, but the winner of this contest will also get to go to our Man of Steel screening with us,
nice.
And gets 2 free months of Movie Pass.
So you guys have to go to the screening with them?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So it's a Twitter contest we started a couple of weeks ago, and at the time, it's however many followers you got up until May 1st.
Got it.
Whoever, up until that show. So when it started out, Macuga had 702 when it started. He is now at 840 with a grand score of 138. That is a good score. Then you have Bobby Finstock, who joined very late, joined about 2 weeks ago. He started with 160 and is at 222. 62. That's pretty damn good for the fact that he just started. Riley is in the shithouse. He started at 228. He's at 275. 47. Gross.
Awesome.
Gross.
It's all family.
Shoesy Pants not doing too great either. He started at 292. He's at 368 with 76. Now here is where we get to the juice. You got Ken Napzok, who started at 615. He has 764 with a grand total of 149. But that plays second fiddle to the man known as JTI. Started at 369, is now at 539 with a grand total of 170. So JTI, who not only had Kristen DeLuca sitting on his lap, looks like they're going to be having wine and cheese and dogs peeing on their picnic. So it is going to be something interesting. So Finstock, I will say this though: how do you feel about your score at this point?
I think it could be a lot better. I mean, obviously, I'll show this girl a better time.
All right.
I mean, they call, I don't know, my last, obviously my middle name is the Fun Generator.
No one never called you that. All
They
right.
didn't change that at Ellis Island?
No one called you that. All right. Hey, Josh Macuga wants to say something.
Now, Christian and I had been talking about this a couple days ago, and we were wondering what Schmoeville and how Schmoeville would feel about this if our talented photoshoppers could create a romantic comedy movie poster with Bobby Finstock and Tiffany Smith as
That'd
the
be great.
leads.
That'd be great.
And the winner of that Photoshop contest, I don't know, gets a free Ript shirt.
Yeah, we'll figure. We'll figure. There's already one done.
Sure.
There's already one done. But Bobby, I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag here because Bobby actually called me earlier today and he said he was taking his hat out of the ring of the DeLuca contest and he is going to just solely focus on his true love, Tiffany Smith. Obviously.
I mean, we both worship the ground each other walks on.
Right,
So.
of course, obviously.
It seems quite
right,
mutual.
now listen, this can also be said. I sent a text message or it was an email to Tiffany the other day, and I said, Tiffany, let's make this Finstock date happen, and she said, hesitantly, let's do it. So, Bobby,
I feel like there was more to it than let's do it.
Well, it should also be noted.
You were not happy. It was an exclamation point.
It should also be noted. I was on that email thread. It took her about a week to respond.
Yeah. All right. So, Bobby, here's your chance right now. And don't give a silly answer. This is real because we're going to tape this. We're going to have Schmoeville able to see this. Where are you going to take Tiffany Smith on your date, and when should we decide that this is going to happen?
Along with one or two of the interns and cameras, so I feel
you
safe.
want Shoesy Pants on the date to feel safe?
You can have a taser if you want.
I would feel safer with Shoesy than Finstock
All
alone.
right, fair enough. All right, will you be wearing the mask, Tiffany?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Here.
Well, maybe it depends how bad the date goes. If I don't want to talk,
Bobby, so where are we going? Where are we going where's Schmoeville going with you and Tiffany on your date?
I think we should go to something like maybe I know a really good comic shop. Which
wow.
Get knowledge in that. I'm gonna brush up on my book knowledge.
Isn't it convenient that it's breaking up right as he says that? He's so smart.
Exactly. Where
That's
the
perfect.
location would be.
I'm gonna tease it. That's right. And Bobby's gone. But what a way to poof. Like, just like that, you talk. See, that's the thing with Finstock. You think he's gonna say something so outrageous, and her eyes were so surprised when he said, "I'm gonna take you to a comic shop." You were surprised at that
because I feel like he maybe actually.
Listening?
Is stalking me on the internet and sees the things that I like.
How could he have known that you like
scary.
comics?
That's
That's
true.
crazy. You never speak of it.
But he wants to do it. Maybe you get maybe a slice of
I'm
pizza.
a licensed minister, so I can, get
See, it's
married.
like
really?
Oh my God,
Yeah.
guys! I just feel like I needed to satiate the appetite of Schmoeville and do this date and have it over with, and then I can never speak of it ever.
But you
again.
definitely have to film it for sure.
Yeah, it's true.
What if you fall in love?
You could. All right.
I
what
don't
does your
see that
heart
happening.
tell you?
All right, guys. Let's talk about some. While we wait for Stella here, let's get some more calls from Schmoeville at 323-622-8623. Open forum on what you guys want to talk about as far as movie news until we get the lovely Stella Maeve in here to talk about Golden Boy and some other stuff that she's on, and then of course we're going to play the contest as well. So phone lines are open 323-622-8623. Is Stella here? All right, she's going to be downstairs in a second. So let's take a call from Schmoeville real quick. Hey, you are in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
Hi, you got Sam Blackburn.
Hey, Sam, what's up, dude?
Hi,
so
Sam.
what do you want to talk about, my friend?
This is kind of a weird question. This news just came out. Have you guys ever played the Ratchet and Clank video games? Because there's been an announcement, and it looks like it's true that they're going to be making a movie to that. I want to get you guys' opinion on that.
An animated film.
Which one is it? Thank you.
Ratchet and Clank.
Oh, do you know what? Thank you very much. Do you know what it is, Ethan? At all? or-
Yeah, I mean, it's a video game that I have played in passing, but
Uh-huh.
it's a fun game, and I believe they're turning it into an animated film.
Okay.
Which it's
Like a smaller animated,
No,
or
I think
okay.
they're going to try and do a big thing. It's not like Pixar, but I think it's like Sony Pictures Animation.
That's great. Okay, all right. So there you go. Hey, you were in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
Hey guys, it's Matt Brown again.
Matt, what's up, dude? So what do you got?
Matt, you can't change
Well, I don't
who's
know
your
how
partner.
big you are, Christian, on horror movies, but there was a very popular Scream series that they're talking about putting doing a TV show now on MTV.
What the hell is that?
Of Scream, yeah, they're doing Scream as a
Scream.
TV series.
Why? Why?
Yeah.
Come on.
No, that's a rich narrative. You can draw from that for years.
You're full of shit. Matt, thank you for breaking the bad
I get
news.
so annoyed when they see the success of one show, and then it's like, well, we're all going to do that. Like, we're all going to do this.
I hate
or,
that.
like, I mean,
I
The
hate it.
Following is really good. The Hannibal now is along the same lines. Every other network wants to have that,
Bates
like,
Motel was really solid.
serial killer kind of thing.
But MTV doing Scream, it's like, come on, Scream was good. I mean, the first Scream was good because it was like it was a satire, you know. And then they just kept going, the 2 and the 3 and the 5. Some people liked that last one. I thought it was ridiculous, but whatever. Hey, you're in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
Hey, this is John from Miami.
John, what's up, dude?
Hi, John.
John, what do you got for us tonight?
Well, being from Miami, I saw the Pain and Gain movie.
Yeah.
Like, I saw your guys' reviews. I wonder if you guys found it offensive, being that it was a true story.
It's a fantastic question. The answer for me is yes, actually, because look, I mean, again, if you guys want to check out a review, and I won't spoil too much for you guys here too. We saw it the other day, and no one. Everyone knows that I don't like Michael Bay. I mean, I'm just not.
You may have mentioned it,
But you were excited going into this one because you were like, "This is what Michael Bay does well."
Yeah, and that's what I think. But the problem is that thank you for the call, by the way. But the problem is, he tries to commercialize everything. He commercialized Pearl Harbor. He commercialized this thing. This is a kidnapping, and it's a kidnapping, and it's also a murder thing. And he turns it into this popcorn bullshit. And it's like, come on, Michael Bay, go fuck yourself. All right, so I'm gonna move on from Michael Bay for a second or two because our guest is here, Stella Maeve from Golden Boy. Hello, Stella. How are you? Nice to see you. How are you? I know we got a break. We got a break, and we want to get to everything that you're doing because then you're going to play the celebrity impression dating game.
I have my questions right here.
We are so excited for that. Hey, Macuga, help her out with the mic. We got to make these mics are silly. Got to be really close. All right, so Stella, you are here finally in Schmoeville. Traffic was shitty, huh?
Terrible.
Terrible.
Awful.
It's really awful out there. It's garbage. All right, so we're going to talk to you about your show that's going on right now, Golden Boy, on CBS, 10 p.m. on Tuesdays.
10 p.m. on Tuesdays.
So how many more episodes are left?
What are we on, 10?
I believe
so
it's-
I think we have 3 left.
Okay.
There are 13 in total.
Okay, so
That's all sound. Yes.
Yeah. So now we have. So Stella, you play the sister of Theo James.
I do, Agnes.
Okay, and Agnes she's got a kind of an edge.
Yeah.
So can you tell Schmoeville a little bit about your character?
Yeah, totally. Agnes is Theo, Walter Clark's little sister. They both, grew up with only each other, no parents really around. She's about 19. She works at the local diner trying to clean up her act because she had a rough, a rough upbringing.
And she picks the wrong dudes.
She picks the wrong dudes.
There's a really good scene also that on the show too from a Schmoeville favorite, a good friend of ours, Bonnie Somerville as well. And you guys have this great back and forth. And when
We have good chemistry. We have
you
great
do,
chemistry.
yeah. You guys are. It's really fun to watch you guys back and forth because you have that conversation that time when I guess from Theo's character comes in, he's shit faced and he walks in. You guys both before that happens, you have this whole conversation about dudes and how like she's been on one end and you're like it's like the experience and it's a really nice moment. If you guys have not seen the show, you should check it out because both Stella and Bonnie are incredible in the show and they're Schmoeville favorites. Well, Stella will be one soon. So so Stella, what else? So how did you get started? What's the deal? Let's Schmoeville a little more familiar with you. When did you start acting?
Here we go. When did I start?
Yeah.
I was young. I loved it. I mean, ever since I was like 4, I fell in love with it. I guess like legitimately 13.
And you're from New York as well.
I'm from New York,
What
born
part?
and raised.
What part?
48th between 9th and 10th.
Oh wow! So you're like
Oh, you're like really from New York,
Yeah,
not
you're
a
really-
Christian.
Nice.
No, I'm from
Up top.
Queens.
What up?
So she's really from New York.
Yeah, she's real. She's from. Yeah, but he's
Where
he's
in
like,
Queens? Like
in
Astoria?
and Bayside. Yeah, but he's
You're from
but
Valley
I'm
Stream,
not from
aren't you?
Buffalo.
Aren't you from Valley Stream?
Yeah, nothing wrong with Buffalo.
Aren't you from Valley
Look,
Queens?
there's nothing.
got so angry.
No, but I'm not angry. There's nothing wrong with Buffalo.
Oh, wait,
In
it's
fact,
a New Year's accent. All of a sudden, it's coming out.
Now it's coming
It's
out,
like
true.
nothing wrong with
It's nothing
Buffalo.
wrong. All I'm saying is that there's always when you're in Manhattan, that's the real New York. So My balls are busted. All right, so
Your face is as red
I'm
as
just
your
kidding.
shirt.
I'm just
It's true.
kidding.
Yeah, it's true, and I'm sweating my balls off. So, all right, so let's get into some more shit here. So we have a lot. We were talking Michael Bay stuff. I don't know how familiar you are.
Okay, Michael Bay, Transformers.
Yeah,
That's about.
that's all you got.
And Megan Fox. He found Megan Fox.
and then they
And
had
then
this.
she washed his car.
They had well, we don't.
No, wait, not literally. I
We
mean,
don't
like,
know that.
You know,
we don't
like,
know if
I
it's
think
literally or
Brian
not.
Austin
guys, I
Green
didn't
found
mean it
Megan
like
Fox.
No, that's Shia LaBeouf. That was screwing her off. LaBoots. Sorry. So
I don't know what's happening right now.
I know what's happening. I don't like Shia LaBeouf. All right, so we go into we're talking about Michael Bay and the movies. You mentioned Megan Fox. Yes, he found her, and they had this whole falling out during that whole.
Right.
What did she called him Hitler, right?
Yes, yeah. She said some disparaging remarks about that.
I actually didn't even know that.
Yeah, she called. And then
so watch your tongue here, because
Yes.
who knows?
Who knows?
No, I'm kidding.
No.
He'll never listen to this.
He might because anyway. So they had said what's
Does
wrong?
he have a new movie out?
He does. It's called Pain and Gain. That's where we're talking to when
What? That's him?
Yeah, that's him. So the question was. So this is a question, I guess, for you too. Like, we'll set this up. Like this. Do you know? Are you familiar with what the story is about at Pain and Gain?
I have no idea.
Okay, so these three bodybuilders. True story. These three bodybuilders.
It's based on a true
Yeah,
story.
yeah. This actually happened in
Isn't
in Miami
The Rock
'95.
in
Yes,
this?
yes.
And Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
And you're not a fan acting
I love Marky Mark.
Yeah.
And I
Funky
love
Bunch.
Ted. I think he's amazing.
Ted's great.
He's great.
Ted is not in this film, though.
He should be. He should have been. He could have been one of the bodybuilders.
But you know, I mean,
Well,
I don't know.
no. Listen, you're not the only person that says that. A lot of people, because they see The Rock, they think wrestler, and they think he has.
I actually heard he's
I don't care.
really good.
I
actor.
love
He
The
has
Rock.
become pretty good. Yeah, he's become.
I love him.
Yeah, you do love him.
I
know.
loved him first. I loved him
Hey,
first.
she's getting excited.
She's getting excited. We had.
He's so nice.
He is. But as far as acting goes, Macuga and I were walking out of Pain and Gain the other day, and he hadn't seen Snitch, but he said, you know what, this to me is one of The Rock's best performances. And I saw Snitch and thought the same thing. He's getting better with everything, and those are two different movies in tone completely. What he's done, though, is he's adjusted, and I think that's why Michael Bay and the writers of this film do him a disservice, though, because it's just hard to this material is just tough to attach to. What the movie is about was a true story in '95. These bodybuilders kidnapped this really rich guy, and they basically had him sign over all of his assets and everything through this scheme after torturing him for like a week or two. And then they got away with it, and then they murdered these other people because their money ran out. So it's a pretty dark, tragic story when you think about it. And Michael Bay turned it into like Very Bad Things. It turned it into a dark comedy, and it's like that is very hard to do, especially when you're not a talented storyteller.
Well, and that it's based off of a true story.
Right.
It's different if it was like, I made up this whole thing.
Now, Stella, my question to you is: do you think then that because one of the Schmoeville called it an ass, do you think that's offensive, or do you think it's just filmmaking to taking a subject matter like that and turning it into a dark comedy, if not and not done well?
I just think it's all perception. I think it depends. I mean, you're saying it's not done well.
Right.
Maybe there are people that actually really loved it. I don't
Yeah,
know. I haven't
absolutely
seen
right.
the movie,
You're
so I
absolutely
feel like I'm kind of out on this one.
Mm-hmm.
I love dark comedies, like Heathers. It's like one of my favorite, that cult classic. But that's not based off a true story.
Yeah. Right.
So you're playing with fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
it's a sensitive. It's a dangerous zone.
It's very tough to pull it off, and so I mean, again,
But I don't know. I have to see it now. I have to watch it.
you have to check it out. I mean, it's. I think it's going to do well this weekend. I think again, you have Mark Wahlberg, who's one of the biggest movie stars on the planet.
He's great.
Yeah, and The Rock right now is saving franchises left and right. The Fast and the Furious. I mean, all that stuff. So, so it's just that was the question coming in from Schmoeville. So I wanted to kind of get ahead and talk about that.
I would be interested to hear like what some of the families and people who were close to the real life story feel.
They're
about
pissed
it.
off.
They all
Yeah,
are.
they're pissed off. Yeah, for sure.
Why? Because they made it kind of a joke.
Yeah, because it's not. It literally looks like it's just.
I mean, it looks like
How
a
did
buddy
it end?
action
What
movie.
happened?
Like the trailers look like a buddy action movie.
Well, the
No,
guys
in the real story,
they
what happened?
go to jail. I mean, they're going they're on death row. Well, I mean,
Right now.
2 out of the 3 of them are on death row. Yeah, Josh.
Spoiler alert.
When Christian and I walked out, one, neither of us wanted to go work out ever again.
Yeah.
You got over that quickly.
Yeah.
2, there was no likable character in the entire movie.
Right.
That was the hard part. Is not the
Ed
villain
Harris, he's in it for 3 seconds.
is in it for 3
Yeah.
seconds, and even then you're kind of like, ugh. but even the villain and the good guys were the same people. Like, you wanted the guy to get kidnapped and get robbed.
Yeah.
But you didn't want the other guys to lose. Like, it was
Yeah.
There was too many Bad Boys 2 moments without the laughter.
I agree.
Without the emotional heft of Bad Boys.
Well, and I
2.
feel like the
It's
trailers
just-
make it seem like you're going to get Bad Boys. That's like watching it. That's what I've expected.
Right. But I do, before we get, I mean, again, we have about 10 minutes, 15 before we get into the contest, the big contest that we're very excited about. But Stella, so tell us, because there's a lot of Schmoeville people out there too that want to become actors and actresses too. So when you hear that a show, Golden Boy, gets picked up, so you guys, for people who don't know, you go through pilot season. Like it's even we've been watching your head. Yeah,
I don't know. I just had this conversation the other day because it's like, okay, you fight so hard to get the audition.
Right.
Then you get the audition. Then you fight so hard to you have to do a good job. So you prepare, you do a good job. Then you have to get the call back. Then you get the call back. Then you have to go to network. Network approves you. Then you have to get approved by studio. Studio approves you. Then you shoot the pilot, and it might not even get picked up. Then the pilot gets picked up, and the show is teetering on the edge.
Right.
So you don't even know how the show's doing. So then the show doesn't do well. I mean, no one sees it. So it's like, it's endless.
It's a crapshoot.
You never, and then it's like, you think about people like, my friend told me this analogy, and it's brilliant. Think about when Bond, the new Bond, came out.
Yes.
I mean, everybody wanted that role.
Mhm.
I mean, Hugh Jackman, everybody was up for that role. Everybody was fighting for it. And they gave it to some guy,
Daniel Craig, yeah.
Daniel Craig, which nobody knew. I
Right.
mean, how angry, I'm sure, were all these dudes in Hollywood that were, like, known and wanted this role.
Right.
So it's like, it's never, like, fair game. I don't think any working artist gets to a point where they're like, oh, I made it, or like, oh, I'm
Right.
good. Like, it's always a struggle, and it's always, like, a
And
test.
you've done both though. You've done a lot of TV, and you were in the Runaways as well.
Yeah.
So what it was 5 minutes? All right, it's 5 minutes because I want to talk to you about that too. And I don't know how much, if you've watched the show before too, I asked questions. You don't have to answer them. Is Kristen Stewart an asshole? I gotta ask the question.
Again, she will never hear this.
I gotta ask
She
the
was
question.
really lovely to me.
Okay. See that at least was honest. That was an honest question.
She was
What's that?
really sweet to me.
What's that? Come here.
She was cool.
Don't
We
just
were
shake your head.
bros.
What?
Oh, I have a question.
Wait, come here.
That was the PC response.
Do you want to know what I feel like a lot of girls will say when it's someone that they're like, you don't want to, lovely
She seemed
is
really
like
nice
the
and
key
lovely.
word.
You talked to her once at Crafty. She's a dirty C. Get
out of here. Get out of here.
No,
Get
we
out
did
of here.
hang out. We hung out a lot. She has a really,
See?
we actually had fun. We were
Okay.
like, everybody was like boys, and everybody,
Because
it was
why
like
I believe her
1970s.
because she said she was nice to me. That's what she said. She didn't see her being an asshole to anyone else, but to her, she was
I
nice.
didn't
No, I
say
know. No,
anything about anybody else.
all you said-
I said she cool to me.
She was cool to you, and I get it. I get it. Okay,
I don't know.
okay, because and I don't really necessarily hear that she's an asshole. You just when you see her on stage, she's doing the.
But there's totally also the like, a lot of girls have that blank face that people perceive as rude or mean, and
Yeah.
I don't know her. I've never met her before, so I don't know if that really is what she's like. But a lot of girls, you see them across the room, and you're like, that girl's probably a bitch. And then you walk up, and she smiles and starts chatting, and she's awesome.
But also another reason that movie, alone bringing up for Kristen Stewart, a lot of people with the Twilight thing give her a lot of shit, but The Runaways was a movie that every time if I say something on Twilight on 1 hour reviews, it's always, don't give her shit on her acting, you have to see The Runaways, because that's always the one with her acting, and in
I gotta be
general.
honest, I was never a fan. And I went to the Twilight premiere with her for the second one, and I've seen a bunch of her stuff. I was never into her. I thought she did amazing in The Runaways.
In Runaways, and
thought
you
she
know,
was great.
a lot of people,
Me
and
too.
that's a tough role. Joan Jett is no.
We were with her Joan was
Yeah.
hanging with us every day.
And she,
Wow.
that's
We were with
really
her every
cool.
day.
How
Yeah.
cool is that to meet
So
Joan Jett?
cool.
Is that nuts?
Yeah, she gave us all. Actually, we have all these little pocket knives that she like signed for us.
That is
awesome.
We
She's
can do
pretty
an hour talking about that, man. So, what's the craziest thing that happened on the Runaway set? Because
Craziest thing. This was pretty crazy. I mean, Michael Shannon's amazing.
Yes.
So he's like me and him kind
Sod,
of vibe
man.
really hard.
Yeah,
We're both
yeah,
like
yeah.
New Yorkers. and
That's
he's
cool.
The craziest thing was probably one of these extras had to fly through glass, and he was like a stunt guy. We had to call the emergency room. He flew through the glass. He got glass all in his
Needed
eyes.
grass afterwards, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, yeah, I'm like,
Right.
No, it was bad. It was
Wow. So
not
and
cool.
and how old were you when you did that movie? Can I ask?
How old was I? I'm 23 now.
Okay.
So that was how old was I? 19 or 20?
Wow. So that's got again.
years
That's a pretty big movie to be. That's one of your bigger movies that you did at that time.
That's
yes.
I think like one of the only studio movies
Okay.
I've done. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome too. And that's one that a lot of people still talking about. And again, Joan Jett. I mean, it's fucking Joan Jett. Come on.
Yeah.
I had a question, but
Yeah,
I
hit
don't want
it.
to step on.
No,
you have a
please
question.
go.
Well, no, because you just did another pilot as well, didn't you?
I did.
So is that it's like a hedging of the bets? But what was that show? What is that?
Talk about it.
I don't know if I can reveal like that much. All I'm gonna say is a Taylor Hackford project, which is like awesome.
Did his wife ever show up? Did Helen Mirren ever come to the set?
No.
Oh my
no.
gosh.
All right, that's
she
it.
did not.
I'm done.
But he's a genius, and he's super old school, and he like kicked my ass. He's
wow.
Love him.
Okay,
He's
cool.
amazing.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
Well, awesome stories. You're going to have to come back again too. I mean, we're going to have you for the next half an hour, but I still you're going to have to come back and tell more of these stories because we got to hear the. Just being on set and all that kind of stuff. There's more crazy shit, too. You know there is. Oh, yeah. Of course. All right, Johnny, we're going to go to break here in a second. All right, we're going to go to break. When we get back, Stella is going to play the celebrity impression dating game with us. It is second round of this. It is going to be a pleasant car crash. So,
wait, I remember Walk-In
Yeah.
last time. Who did Walk-In?
That would be...
I mean, I gotta give it.
She
to
liked
I don't
it,
know
see?
why she eliminated him
Wow.
because I thought he killed
Research.
him.
Oh, you're validating.
I thought he was awesome.
All right, we're going to get into all right.
You're
Awesome. See, and she did her research. Great stuff. Okay, so we're going to be back. We're going to be doing the celebrity impression dating game. We're going to be doing our picks for the actual celebrities during the break.
Oh, God.
So, Schmoeville, when we get back, it's on, motherfuckers. I want Ethan to hear this.
This is awesome. It's my favorite.
You know what this is, right?
Yeah, Sherlock Holmes.
That's right.
It's what?
All right,
Sherlock
everybody pick.
Talk about
Everyone's
Robert Downey
picking their
Jr.
celebrity.
being awesome.
Let's do it quick. And Stella's going to be back in a second. So here's how it's going to be. You pick your celebrity, and it's a little different from last time.
Wait, Christian, hold on.
No, I can't. I'm on the air. What do you mean, hold on? So we're
we're live.
So we're going to pick.
Apologize.
We're picking our celebrities. We're going to pick our celebrities, and as we're picking them, okay. Now, if you get the same celebrity that you got the last time, you can choose to trade that celebrity to someone you think might do it. And if they want it, they can take it, or they can say no, and you have to pick out of the hat. It's very white elephant. So, okay, I got one. Does anybody want to? Did anybody get one? You got who you got last time? Okay, you can trade.
Where's my special bag?
Who you want
Oh,
to?
that was really bad.
Yeah.
Stella
Stella watched last time and
No
shit on. So you got De Niro. So wait, so you can trade to someone.
I can take anyone.
You can take someone, and if they want De Niro.
Reilly?
He doesn't want it, so you have to pick out of the hat. No, you can't. You lost. You got to pick
Where's
out of the
my
hat
special
now.
ladies
Now
hat
you
to
go.
pick?
So that's it. Okay, so there you go. Take it. Just take it and hold it. All right. Which is probably all right. So here we go. So now, so everybody has their celebrities.
No, I don't have
Oh, you know
one.
where are you? Okay.
You can be anyone you want.
All right, ready to go.
batch?
So before we do that, now the other thing we're going to do was tweet a celebrity. Was that does Stella know how that works?
What's that? No.
No, I told you to explain it on air. So.
Okay, all right. So the way we're going to do tweet a celebrity before we get into the game. So
Airtight.
Stella, so tweet a celebrity. So what you do is write down the Twitter handle.
Celebrity of your choosing. You don't have to know them. Just write down their Twitter.
Why?
I'm going to explain it. I want to hear the
What's gonna
fucking
happen?
song.
What's gonna happen to this interview?
Is that Adele?
I just wanted
It's amazing.
It was Adele singing the song, but Kenny just shit all over
gosh,
Adele.
stop.
Okay,
Would you
so-
do that if she was performing at the Oscars?
$5
doing the
million
Bond?
that cost you to get
This
that.
was the part when Bond came out with a gun, and then
Then just quiet. She's trying to listen to the song. All right.
Okay, wait. Now, what's
So
going
you
to
did-
happen
just
to
play
this
the
poor
song again.
celebrity that I'm
Nothing that's
Nothing
not
bad.
great. So basically what happens is we pick out of the hat,
Okay.
and then whoever gets picked out of the celebrities, Schmoeville, our faithful fan base, is going to tweet that person and tell them that they have to be a guest on the Schmoes Know podcast.
Is that how you got into this?
No.
No, I know this quiz.
I know. We met through Bonnie, but we got Maria Menounos through Tweet a Celebrity, which was a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
So all right, let's pull Josh the intern hat, tweets. Let's do it quick. Did you get your celebrity too, by the way?
Yes,
Okay, good.
I did.
Are you happy with it?
I mean,
You're okay with it. You're not miserable
no,
with it.
no, it's gonna be awful.
It's gonna be awful, but you're gonna at least try. Okay.
It's gonna be awful.
All right. So and remember all the Schmo and again, another thing too. By the way, we did a contest on our iTunes page where you rate the iTunes Schmoes Know Toad Hop iTunes, and if you wrote a comment about us and rated it, you're going to win a Star Trek poster. We're going to announce that on Facebook at the end of the show.
Star Trek 5, The Final Frontier?
Yes.
Signed by Shatner?
Yeah, it was Shatner. No, the brand new one. All right, here we go. You didn't let our guest do it? No. All right, fine. All right, so we're going to tweet at Rosario Dawson. Okay, that's a girl. Rosario Dawson?
I didn't really shout it.
No, that's... Wait, did you pick one out? No. That was the one I picked out of the hat. So
you
that's,
all picked somebody in
we
there.
all picked one. And then
Got
we
it.
did. So Rosario Dawson, guys, tweet her. Tell her she's got to come on the Schmoes Know podcast, and we will have fun with that one. She's apparently pretty cool.
What? I feel like she just got cast. It just announcement came out today that she got cast in something.
Did you guys see Trans?
No, you know what? That
I
was
really
the one.
wanna see it.
That was the one we missed. We had like 4 screenings for that thing. We missed all of them. I was so bummed.
It's
that was
awesome.
it. And Josh Macuga was supposed to go to the screening and he did interview Danny Boyle, and then he got shit-faced and broke his phone.
Danny Boyle's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I hear. Hey, all right. Schmoeville called you out and said it didn't even happen. How about that?
He's making it up.
Yeah, all right. So Johnny Ice, before there's actually a clip of a celebrity that I have that I need to play first before we get into this. Are we ready for this? All right, here we go. Everybody listen.
Hello, Schmoeville. Schmoeville is back. Yes, it's back in Schmoeville. Happy day. Blesses and splashes, precious. We looks to the left and sees Shirty Pants. Let's eat him, masters. Please, oh please. Anyway, hope Schmoeville is enjoying the show. Looking forward to hearing the beautiful Stella Maeve and the show presses. Yes, we are. Gollum. And now, back to the masters.
Was that Betty White?
It was Betty White. That's Betty White. See, if that guy was on this date,
That's actually really good.
he's great. Morton is his name, and he does these for us. And what's that?
I'm like listening to him, like it's a little like spittier than Gollum.
Oh, stop! You're like, I can't wait to see who you get.
No,
10% Flemier.
It's so good.
But Andy
It's so
Serkis.
good. But I was like, what is the difference?
You're talking to the ultimate judge to your left here because she is going to decide all of our fate.
To be out.
Now, here's how it's going to work. Johnny, are you ready for the music? In a second. All right. Well, when we start, here we go. Give me a little volume. All right, here we go, guys. It's the celebrity impression dating game. Our contestant today, Stella Maeve, is going to be talking to a whole bunch of celebrities, and the way she's going to judge it is obviously on impression, what the person says. If she's attracted to this certain individual by the answers that they give her, she might be. Kate Winslet, if you got Kate Winslet, she might be attracted to her.
I can tell you that I did not get Kate Winslet.
So we don't know. So we are going to start this contest. Johnny Ice has got the music ready to go. Stella, are you ready with your first question? The way it's going to work is you're going to go first round, and then you can, again, contestant number 1, we're going to go around the board. That's Kenny. Contestant number 2 is Josh Macuga. 3 is Ethan Erwin. I am 4. Riley is 5. Shoozy Pants is 6. Josh the intern is 7. And Tiffany is 8. Remember your
This
number.
takes about 3 hours.
Remember, yeah, it takes about 20 minutes. But you will eliminate about 3 people in the first round, and then so on and so on. So, again, here we go. First round.
Do we announce who we are?
Yeah, I think we're going to announce who we are. Yes. Okay, so here we go. Stella, your first question, please.
Okay, if we were to play hooky on a sunny California day, where would we go?
Well, Stella, a wizard is never late. And I, Gandalf the Grey, would take you to Bubblegum Shrimp at Universal Studios, the future home of the wizarding world of Harry Potter, a rival wizard. I'm thinking of transferring schools.
All right, all right, good. Gandalf the Grey. Okay, contestant number 7. Who are you? I forget. Whatever you are. Whatever the hell you are. 2. Sorry, 2.
Hey, Jack. It's me, Jon Lovitz.
Oh my gosh, remember The Critic, man?
I've been a critic of films for years. Here's what I'm going to do. For our date, I'm going to take you to mini golf, gonna beat you in the game. He's losing his mind, and I'm reaping all the benefits.
Wow. I love this, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. All right, that's number 3.
I don't know what just happened. There was like a leg shake to the side as well under the table.
Oh my God.
Hooah!
Al Pacino. This is the best I can do. You're totally going to can me, and that's fine. Because here's what we're going to do. McDonald's, you can get anything you want, up to $5. Hoo-ah!
I went to dinner with him. He's fantastic.
Did he sound anything
So
like
it was
that?
just like that.
All right.
Nothing.
All right.
But like kind of the spirit, though, was there, right? I nailed that.
Contestant number 4.
Sorry, Leanne.
Well, last time I was at a place that I took a date, I was able to get her to pay the bill. Because what I did was told her I'd kill her. But that wouldn't happen because I have a bomb in my pants. Oh, I'm not George R. R. Martin, and I'm a much better Joker.
The Joker.
I'm a much better Joker than Josh Macuga.
Hey! All right, contestant number 5.
I think on our day off, we're going to, if it's a sunny day, I think we'll go home. I'll undo that dress of yours. I'll maybe make you a martini, shaken, not stirred. My name? Sean Connery.
Ooh.
That's right, Moneypenny.
All right. Our next contestant.
This is gonna suck.
Way to sell it.
No, it's not gonna be good. First, I would take you to the hotbed of the dark side, known as Applebee's, as I am the Emperor of the Sith. Then, of course, we would go for dessert at Yogurtland, and I would teach you to embrace the dark side, which, of course, means my penis.
Oh my God!
All right.
Too far.
I thought you were gonna go with like chocolate sprinkles.
The Emperor went to the dark side, and our next contestant.
Is he number 6? Yes.
Wait, yeah, go to me, Ethan's mic. Yeah.
It's gonna be bad. Oh my God.
Now we stop with this.
Sorry.
Gonna be bad.
All right. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to pick you up in my Hummer. We're going right to the gym, and we're going to hit the weights. No, we're going to wait it. Fabio is tiny compared to me. First thing I'm going to do. Yes, listen, I'm old. My air set is bad. I'm losing it. It's mixed with American, but I'm working on it.
Sound like my mechanic.
But listen.
He sounds like my car wash guy. Amazing. Okay.
All right, that's all I got.
He bailed. All right. And for our lady contestant.
Here we go, girl.
Okay, so for our date, we are gonna go shoot the cover of my magazine. Oprah! We're gonna get cars for you and you and you and you and you and you and you.
Tiffany coming strong. All right, now we go to our bachelorette. Now you have to cut 4 people this round,
Okay.
actually. So who are the 4 you're gonna cut?
I'm gonna cut number 1.
Oh,
I'm gonna cut number 3.
Number 3, right?
That could have been anyone.
Yeah, that's you.
I'm gonna cut number 6.
Number 6, that's you. Okay.
And I'm gonna cut number 7.
Oh,
what? She answered. Okay. So
Sorry, guys.
So then, wait, you're in.
She's in.
So Tiffany, you and I made it past the first round this time. Okay. So then, that being said, so we have Sean Connery, Oprah, the Joker. Who the hell were you again?
Jon Lovitz.
Jon Lovitz. And then, is that it?
No, wait, yeah.
That's it. Okay, that's it. All right. So round number 2. Here we go.
Would you make the first move? If so, how?
John?
Would I? Would I make the first move? You bet your bottom dollar I'd make the first move. Here's how I'd do it. I'd show up in my 97 Honda Accord. Woo-wee! Buy a whole bunch of roses that I stole off a woman selling them outside of a restaurant. Right, Jack?
Oh my gosh.
That was a pretty racist reading.
Make the first move. I've made a few first moves, but let's see how I would do it. I'd probably have to ask you.
So uncomfortable.
Do you know?
He does.
You know how I got these scars? And I'm not talking about the ones on my face.
Oh my God!
So it's really up to you whether or not you want me to make the first move or you've got to make it. Your move, sweetie pants.
Oh my God!
All right.
That's pretty good. That was terrifying.
You're asking a man if he's going to make the first move. First of all, that's a stupid question. Second of all, yes. And third of all, I named the dog Indiana.
Riley coming to play. All right. Mrs.?
Of course I would make the first move because I run everything in my life. Maybe I'd ask Gail, but probably not.
All right, so now you have to cut one person. Who's going to be eliminated? Oprah.
No solidarity whatsoever.
Wait a minute. Oprah asked to be cut loose?
Yeah, she gave me the first move. I make my choices.
All right, fair enough. All right, so Oprah's going to... Would you have cut Oprah anyway?
I don't know. No.
All right.
I think it would have been between the Joker because it's getting scary.
All right,
or
fair enough.
Oprah.
It's the truth. It's the truth. I always get the credit. First I got George R. R. Martin, now I got the Joker. What?
Yeah, who is George Martin?
He wrote Game of Thrones. Okay, all right, here we go. So round 3. Reigning champion Josh Macuga.
Oh, you just jinxed me.
Yes, I did.
And now that I'm rereading these questions, there's just so many dirty entrance
Great.
ways. I'm like,
Perfect.
I want to
Oh, this is our audience.
God.
Let
All
it
right.
let it go.
What would your after date plans be? God, jeez. No, I don't mean it in that way. I just mean after we go on our date, what would you do? Would you it's so bad.
I would figure it out.
What would I do with you? You're kidding, right?
Oh my God.
I'd paint you in oil on the canvas that I have in my kitchen. And then I'd treat you to a whole box of bonbons that my ex-wife has left in my apartment for the last 7 years.
Oh, okay.
Jon Lovitz.
Jon Lovitz. All right, it's good.
It's really like Roger Rabbit, but it's really good.
It was good. It was good.
Yeah.
Still good.
It is Roger Rabbit.
What would I do after the date? Probably find out who your ex-boyfriend was and take him and put him in a warehouse. And then take you and put you in a warehouse. Then try to call one of a cop and ask them to figure out which one I get to save. And then I just laugh and play with myself. 'Cause I'm a Joker.
No!
That is what he would do.
I cannot even make eye contact with you while you're doing that. It's so gross.
Well, after the date is, it's a magical time for a young lass. A young lass. It's a magical time is what I was trying to say. So it doesn't really matter what we do because the seed will have been planted.
Oh my God.
Wait, I don't know what you're thinking. No. No, it was the idea of dating me, not what. I don't know what you're thinking.
Oh,
All right, so who gets cut? For those who makes it to the finals, who gets cut?
The Joker.
Joker gets cut. All
Joker
right.
gets cut.
Josh, the Wildman Macuga, is in the finals again. And the man who got eliminated in the first round is now a finalist.
Woo!
We have Sean Connery versus Jon Lovitz, kind of, in the finals. Here we go. Are we ready to go? Stella, your final question.
Okay.
Who are you going out with? Shoot.
Would you order dessert? And if so, what kind of dessert? I am a huge dessert fan. Love dessert. Big sweet tooth.
That's all the questions.
Well, Stella, let me tell you something about dessert. Me, you, a bucket of creme brulee. Let's get
my
away with
favorite.
it. All right.
Wow.
Torch, sugar.
Wow. All right.
When did Jon Lovitz become the WB Frog?
All right, here we go.
Dessert, that's a good question. Well, of course we'd have brandy to start, to wet the palate. Followed by cheesecake.
Okay, yeah.
Deep, rich taste, hopefully some berries. And then after dessert, of course, would be the main course. That's it.
All right, so you have Sean Connery versus Jon Lovitz. Stella, who wins? And again, right on the side of it, right waiting, is Mike Chapman in the wings, as well as George McCann. The winner of that is going to get a free Ript shirt. Based on Stella's choice here, who wins?
I gotta go with Jon Lovitz.
Yeah! Lovitz wins it! Wow, Joshua Cougar!
You have no idea who Jon Lovitz is.
Yes, I do. I actually.
Josh
No, perhaps then he captured the real Jon Lovitz.
Josh
Nobody answered the questions right.
He did, and you know what? You did an admirable job.
She wants a bucket of creme brulee.
The
is what she's saying.
No, that's true.
The reigning champion.
But it's like who does a better impression, or who answers the questions right. It's like
Listen,
impossible. It's hard.
It's however you want to. It's however you want to
But that
choose
Sean
it.
Connery was probably better. But the Jon Lovitz answered the questions right.
Wow.
Stella.
She wanted creme brulee.
All right. No backtracking. I'm sorry.
That's it. All right. So the winner of the Ript Apparel T-shirt then is Mr. Mike Chapman. Congratulations, Mike.
Woo!
Sorry, Matt Brown. I tried.
Yours, right?
Got through one round.
Okay. All right. So that was a lot of fun. And again, look, that Lovitz was terrible. But look, but the thing is. But it's the thing. Look, and Joey
He committed to it.
Joey Beans 81 says bullshit. It was the pink shirt that won it. But I will tell you though that it's about commitment. It's about commitment. It's about answering the questions. This will happen again. We're going to be able to do this one again, and I'm going to get someone who's not creepy, for God's sake. So, like George R. R. Martin.
One of these times, I'm going to get a person that I can sort of impersonate.
Yeah, I was preying on Busey, man. I couldn't get him.
that would have been great.
Couldn't get him.
I actually really wanted Nick
Can
Nolte.
you give me a little taste?
No, I can't do it now.
Why?
Because it gives
He has
gives
to
it away.
save it
Gives it away.
for when he actually draws the name.
Yeah. But, all right, so let's take some calls from Schmoeville. I want to hear Schmoeville's thoughts on the contest, who they think should have won, who they like, 323-622-8623. If you thought any of the favorites went out a little early, what do you think? Let's take a call. Here we go. Hey, you are in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
Hey, what's up? It's Aaron from California.
Hey, Aaron, what's up, dude? So, were you listening to the contest? Do you think who do you think should have won? What were your thoughts?
I thought
too.
the Joker was like, it was pretty crazy. I think the Sean Connery was
Sean
the best
Connery.
one.
Okay, all right. Well, he made the finals. Thank
Listen,
you.
I thought the Sean Connery spot on.
He was spot on. All right,
I can't believe Logan got
all right. Hey, you are in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
Hey guys, it's George.
Georgie. All right, so Georgie. You are fuming right now, correct?
Yes, I'm fucking fuming.
Georgie had
Because
Reilly.
Josh Macuga is fucking Josh Macuga, and he's a crazy wild man, and it's not fair. That's bullshit. He didn't do a Lovitz. At least Reilly did Sean Connery. This is fucking bullshit.
Georgie calls in pissed. All right. Hey, you're in Schmoeville talking about the celebrity impression game. What do you think? Who do we got?
Oh, that was hilarious. This is Will from Tennessee.
What's up, dude?
I gotta say, dude, Sean Connery should have won.
Sean Connery, yeah. Sean Connery's pretty good. He was a lot of fun.
This is like when Crash won Best Picture. It's insane.
It's true. So what were your overall thoughts of the contest?
Oh, they were hilarious. This is actually the first time I got to hear the big impression contest. I've been so busy the last couple of weeks. I haven't watched a lot of podcasts recently. I'm so glad I picked the night to watch them again. It was so hilarious.
Thanks, dude. We appreciate it. Yeah, this is only the second time we've done it, so it looks like you guys are digging it. We'll definitely do it again. And Stella was great. She had a lot of great questions, so definitely.
Please do, and I'm good with impressions too, so I could play the game if y'all let me.
Awesome, dude. I think that we have to let us a Schmoeville
Schmoevillian.
person. Yeah, eventually. Definitely. All right, thank you, man. All right, let's take another call here. I have a feeling this is Finstock, but I'm not going to take it right now because he's going to say
It's
that
a
he should have
909.
been.
Just don't.
No,
don't
hey,
say
you're
it.
in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
Hey, it's Nico from Virginia.
Oh, Nico's pissed off too. Nico, so what do
He's
you?
on Team Shoesy.
What'd you think?
Man, Kristen should have won, man. Joker.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. It's tough though when you got the Joker talking creepy to ladies. They want to get rid of him as fast as possible.
Yeah.
So
I know. You freaked my ass out, man.
Thanks, Nico. All right, so let's take some more calls. All right, hey, you're in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
Oh, hey guys, it's Aaron Dorado from Arizona.
Hey, dude. So what'd you think of the contest? Who do you think should have won? What were your overall thoughts?
Okay, first off, Josh Macuga, that was not Jon Lovitz. That was Roger Rabbit on PCP. And
thanks, dude. Appreciate that.
And I thought that Connery should have won it. That was bullshit. And Christian, your Joker, I'm not going to sleep. But that was good.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. All right. Well, it looks like good.
You got it, Jack. Ha!
You
You just nailed it there. It was perfect.
You have to go a little bit up.
Yeah.
Actually, you do a pretty good Lovitz.
He's got a great Lovitz.
You're Subway Lovitz.
I was hoping to get it in there.
Subway, eat fresh.
All right, hey, you're in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
It's Leanne, and I'm just shaking my head.
All right, Leanne.
And I told you from the beginning, I apologize in advance for my performance, as I do with my wife.
Oh, that's fine. Oprah should have totally won.
Oprah?
Yeah, I don't know what you were doing.
She bailed. She bailed.
Yeah, she told me to cut her.
Yeah, she
I mean, the
bailed.
second round was kind of, I was like,
No, you were just talking the second. The first round, though, I was very impressed.
Yeah, she bailed.
well, I'm going to yell this all the time. I almost got up on the chair, and then I was like, it's going to be a disaster. All
right, Leanne, thank you.
Seriously though, awesome Sean Connery. Awesome.
Yeah, he's not, look. Thank you, Leanne. Riley should not have been eliminated in the first round the first time because his walking was pretty good. The Connery was great. He was very excited when he got it. He was jumping around like shoesy pants when a woman walks into the room. So, all right. Hey, you're in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
Hey, this is Mikey from Texas.
Mike, what's up, dude? So what were your overall thoughts of the contest? Who should have won? What do you think? How did Stella do as a hostess?
I thought the comedy was freaking awesome. Macuga was hilarious. But I think if Jason was committed on his Arnold a little more, it wasn't really that bad.
No,
It was a lot better than the Lovitz.
It was better. It was better than Lovitz. But the problem was the difference between you see Macuga when Macuga does, even when he did that horrible Joker last time, he's just in it. Like he's in it. Like Josh the intern.
He totally commits to whatever he's going to do.
Josh the intern opened his mouth.
I sent him a tweet earlier saying I was trying to call in, and if I had got through, I was going to request the Wild Man because I just knew he was going to get there to the end, and he was probably going to end up winning.
Thank you. Listen, next time we do this thing, if you get assigned to Josh Macuga, that's two
He's not
wins.
he can't win again next week.
I didn't realize he won the last time. I didn't watch it all the way through.
That doesn't matter.
Okay.
That doesn't matter.
Okay.
No, look, it's who you think should have won. It's not a matter of merits.
All right, it was fair.
All right, hey, you're in Schmoeville. Who do we got? Sweet.
No. All right, it's one of my fans.
Yeah, it's one. Yeah. Hey, you're in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
Hey guys, this is Alex.
Alex, so what were your overall thoughts of the contest, my friend? How did you like Stella as a hostess? What do we think about overall thoughts on the contest?
Oh, I definitely think Sean Connery should have won. Riley killed it. Tiffany, you did it great in the first round, and then you just wimped out.
She just went out.
I was like, am I going to yell everything I say every time?
You got to commit to it. That's the whole point.
Okay, well, I made it further. I made it further this round.
All right, so let me ask you a question. So do you want to see this game happen again?
If it means you don't get a preview one next time, yes.
What do you say?
If it means you don't get a creepy one next time, then
that's
yes.
true. Yeah, thank you. I don't want a creepy one again, too.
Whatever. He likes doing those creepy voices.
Not for 3 rounds, because there's only so much you can do with it. There is like George R. R. Martin's
Well,
fun to do. Like, I want to show you my dragon.
If she's picking based off of the impersonation, how good it is, or based off of her real life answers.
Well, yeah, it's true, but I mean, I'm trying to think what the Joker's going to say, and he's not going to say, "Oh, I'm going to get cheesecake."
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. If she's picking based off of impersonation, it was good. He's
But it might have been funnier if you did that. You were like, "I would like to take you to Mastro."
Yeah, that's true. Well,
Ooh,
I could yell at you for giving me advice, but you won the fucking thing twice. So. Hey, you're in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
Hi, this is Stuart Feather from Hawaii.
From Hawaii,
Stuart.
dude.
Wow,
what are you calling?
awesome.
I would be
You
beach right
live
now.
in an amazing place.
So yeah, you really do.
Where in Hawaii?
Yeah,
So
where are you in Hawaii?
Doing good. Just watching you guys' podcast.
No,
Where?
Where in Hawaii?
On Oahu, on the east side.
So cool. All right, well, everyone here is jealous of you. So let me ask you a question. So, what did you think overall of the show, of the contest, of the show? Do you want to see it again? What were your thoughts?
Oh, I definitely want to see it again, but I just want to say that was a god awful. Jon Lovitz.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Really good to hear from you.
He's got his championship belt over his shoulder right now. Did you see that? It's like the Honky Tonk Man when the Honky Tonk Man was the Intercontinental Champion. All right, so so your thoughts were that Lovitz was stinky. Who was your favorite impression?
Well, of course, Connery. Connery was awesome, but I am a big fan of his Joker.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So, all right, man. Enjoy Hawaii, and we'll be coming out to all stay at your house. All right, guys. So that was a lot of fun. I'm really happy that we were able to do that. Will you come back and do that again?
Yeah.
All right, cool. That was
I feel
a lot
like
of fun.
she should have to, next time she comes back, she's doing impersonations.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. All right. So make sure you follow Stella at Stella Maeve 14 on Twitter.
There are 13 other Stella Maeves. I'm so confused.
No, my birthday's the 14th of November.
Oh, see, there you go.
Hey.
See, you gotta be a nice guy sometimes because you never know the answers.
Hey, it's me, Jon Lovitz. I'll be on your doorstep on November 14th, just hanging out, Jack.
Wow. All right. You literally turn into someone else every time you open your mouth. Okay, so guys, a couple things. Again, like I said, I'm going to be announcing the winner of the Star Trek poster on our Facebook. So if you're not on Facebook, our Facebook page, facebook.com/Schmoes Know. Follow YouTube, youtube.com/Schmoes Know, at Tiffany's Tweets, at Josh Macuga, at Cospan, Shoesy Pants, Schmoes Intern. Ethan, what do we got? What's your next movie coming out, dude?
We got a movie called Nonstop with Liam Neeson, comes out next year.
Oh, great.
And a film called The Getaway with Ethan Hawke, which is coming out as well.
Oh, cool. All right. So, again, Ethan, producer of the Sherlock Holmes movies, definitely going to have you back soon, buddy, whenever you're...
Oh, yeah, Sherlock Holmes 3. Sorry.
When's, is that coming out?
Well, like next year.
Oh, I wasn't sure. Oh, shit. Why didn't we talk to you about that? All right, well, next time. So maybe we'll have you back really soon. You going to be around
I would
soon?
love that.
All right, guys.
Can you just have, like, recordings of Liam Neeson talking?
Yeah.
Like my voicemail, reading me bedtime stories.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, and guys, last thing, make sure again.
This Hop on Pop is fucking incredible.
iTunes, share. If you're a fan of the podcast, please on the Toad Hop link, share it on your Facebook, put it on Twitter. The audience has really been growing. Really happy that you guys are enjoying it, and we'll keep doing fun stuff like this. Just make sure you tell your friends about it, so we have some more new peeps to do it for.
I'll tweet about it.
Please,
Yay.
please.
And special Iron Man Stacked this weekend.
That's right, Iron Man Stacked, and you may have a couple of reviews coming out soon. And check out Stella on Golden Boy Tuesday night, 10 p.m. CBS.
Woo!
Peace out, mother Fs.
Bye.
Thanks all.